And she was always
Oh.
sending him weird stuff, like messages, allegedly like, my husband doesn't satisfy me enough. This is a 14-year-old.
What? Ain't no way. Wait, oh crap, I unplugged my freaking headset. How's it going, guys? NG Sensign here. Today we're gonna be reacting to a Rotten Mango video titled All of Teacher Haley Beck's 4,000 Grooming Texts, Sugar Baby Deals, and Sick Love Letter. Okay. Okay. This was uploaded 4 weeks ago and it has 4.6 million views. I don't know anything about this case at all, so this is all new to me, but just based on the title alone, this is some disturbing sick stuff. Per usual, given that it's Rotten Mango and all of her content talks about crime related stuff. But if you guys haven't already done so, be sure to go follow my Twitch at ingriffin9. I'll be sure to provide a link to that in the description below, as well as a link to my social media accounts, as well as my Discord, so you guys can join over there and get notified whenever I upload. Or you can just subscribe and hit the notification bell whenever I upload, whichever one works for you. But without further ado, let's get into reacting. This video is 2 hours long, so sit tight because we're going to be here for a long time.
Bada bing, bada boo.
Rotten
There is
Mango.
nothing quite devastating like a high school love triangle. It is the synopsis of many a book talk books. Two people fighting over one love interest. It's probably what the quote, all's fair in love and war, is inspired by, especially when two people are fighting over the popular quarterback to the high school football team. There are trilogy-long sagas of real-life instances where people have confessed to the craziest high school love triangles years down the line. One netizen, OP, the original poster, she gets a call from her old high school crush. They're so much older now.
Also, I'll be sure to provide a link to the original video in the description for those who want to watch the original video without hearing my commentary. But yeah, let's continue.
In fact, this old high school crush is about to get married to his high school girlfriend, but he's calling
That's
her.
crazy.
And he's drunk. He's confessing his love to her instead. And he's saying things like, I know you never want me because back in high school you rejected me. And this is all right before his wedding. But what's crazier is the original poster, OP, is like, what are you talking about? I never rejected you in high school. Back in high school, when they were all friends, this guy had asked his now soon-to-be wife to tell the original poster, hey, I have a crush on her. Can you tell her and let her know? And this girl, the soon-to-be
What kind of childish nonsense is that? It's like if you have a crush on someone, be a man and tell the woman how you feel. Don't have someone else tell you. Like that's some kindergartner, second grade, elementary type of school behavior. But
wife decides, I'm actually not going to tell her that. And I'm just going to tell you that she rejected you and I'm going to swoop in and start dating you instead.
wow.
And now she is going to be the one walking down the aisle with him. Which, I mean, I don't know how someone would even feel if
That's
they
just
find out the
wishful
truth
thinking at
years
that
down the
point.
line. I don't know if that
That's just honestly wishful thinking at that point. I mean, there's no guarantee that's gonna happen, but hey,
changes
I don't
him
know.
wanting to get married or not. Do you still get married all over this like high school love triangle? People do crazy stuff when their frontal lobe is not fully developed. And in high school, everything means something. Like who you sit next to in the cafeteria, whose hoodie you're wearing, whose locker you're standing by between class. I hate high school. Dating becomes very territorial in high school. People decorate their crush's locker.
Yup, and I gotta say that in high school, it's not really real love if it's puppy love. Usually it's temporary. But in rare occasions, it could lead to it being long lasting. And later down the line, the two will decide to get married. But it's very rare. I mean, in most cases, that's why they say that you typically find your soulmate or the quote unquote your most compatible person when you go to college because you pick a major, and if someone is in that major with you, you guys have something that you guys can have in common. Like I said, it's a shared interest, if that makes sense. But yeah, yeah, high school love is very territorial and temporary. So
They'll wear the jersey numbers to the high school football games. They'll get the little candy canes delivered to them during Christmas. But even if a high school relationship withstands all of this drama, it almost always ends up with everyone separating because of college.
exactly. Yeah, that was also gonna lead to my next point. If you and your high school buddies all decide to go to different colleges, there's going to be a likely chance where you guys are just going to outgrow each other and you guys are not even going to stay in touch. I mean, most, like, I'm going to say 80 to 90% of the time, that typically what ends up happening, unless you have a strong bond with those people that you went to high school with and you still text them on a regularly or here and there. But it takes two to make a work.
Which is why letters like these are written to the quarterback of the high school football team. I'm glad to have you as someone who I think will be in my life for a while. And this is a real note. This is very pertinent.
Dang.
Even if we don't talk all the time or even at all when you're in college, I feel like our little bond will always be there. So just hit me when you want to go get wasted at a bar together and I'll send you my wedding invite one day.
Wasted.
I know you're nostalgic AF, so I hope you look back at our time as a good one. And no, this isn't like me saying goodbye, but like I know things are gonna be different. Like, bro, you were the first person who got me to smoke weed. You're always gonna have that title, so we're locked in for real. And maybe one day we'll be able to go to the aquarium.
Now, I'm no one's parent or anything like that, but I will want to just put this out there. Bad association spoils useful habits. That's in Corinthians in the Bible. So, if you guys ever get peer pressured into doing something such as smoking, drinking, we had no thought or intent of doing that ever. I mean, that might be a sign that you may need to reconsider who you're friends with. I just want to, put that out there.
I'm here whenever, even though you never say it back. I love you, and I wish you all the best. Always love HB.
HB.
This letter never gets
Homeboy?
delivered to the high school crush. Instead, it's found crumpled up in a kitchen trash can during a search warrant for Haley Beck's apartment. Because this letter is not between two
Isn't
high
that the
school
teacher?
love
Oh,
birds
that's
who
the
are in love with
teacher.
their students that are separating for college.
Oh, ain't
This
no
letter is
way.
written by a 27-year-old teacher at Centennial High School.
Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, I mean, given what the title of this video is, I mean that's pretty crazy. That's actually shocking. But you want to know what actually bothers me about like these whole teacher and student relationship stories that I've been hearing? Like especially if it's a woman teacher that hits on like a male student, you notice on how people they don't tend to take it as serious as opposed as like say for example the genders are reversed. Say if it's a grown man teacher who's 27 that's hitting on a underage high school girl, that is a huge problem. And I'm not saying that this isn't a problem, but it's like why isn't it 50-50? Like why isn't it mutual? I feel like people they need to make a big deal about that because in their minds they're like, oh well the dude they have full control and they have more power than the woman. But at the same time though, a man can still get taken advantage of. I was talking about this with a friend the other day, but it always makes me wonder on how people they don't really take it as serious when a boy gets assaulted by a woman teacher.
Who is caught grooming her student.
It's crazy. Rotten mango.
We would like to thank today's sponsors who have made it possible for Rotten Mango to support the Joyful Heart Foundation, who are working to transform society's response to SADVCA and support survivors' healing with resources like education, advocacy, and policy change. This episode's partnerships have also made it possible to support Rotten Mango's growing team, and we'd also like to thank you guys for your continued support. As always, full show notes are available at RottenMangoPodcast.com. Today's case involves mentions of grooming, predators in particular positions of power, harassment, CSA. Please.
Now, if this is a sensitive topic for y'all, click out of this video and yeah, just don't watch it. But for those who want to stay, stick around.
Take care while watching today's episode. Take a break. Put this on pause if you need to. We will see you back in the next episode. This episode is also currently ongoing, and so any information
Oh, it's
will be
ongoing?
consolidated publishing. And because there's no verdict
no
as
way.
of now, and not even charges, all allegations are speculative, currently being investigated.
Oh, so they're not 100% confirmed. Okay.
And or only consist of publicly available information online. We did FOIA request this case, so we did receive like a 200-page police document.
Wow.
I will say, because there are no charges, there will be times where I'm quoting things from this police document, or I'm quoting other people talking about and referencing this police document. There's lots of labels of what this crime was. Some people are using the words like relationship and sex, but I just want to make it abundantly clear, this is none of those things. In my opinion, I think this is just a sex crime. I don't think that this is sex or a relationship. I think this is grooming. I think this is predatory behavior, and I think it's a crime. I think it's sexual assault. But because there are lots of people who reference it like
yeah,
that,
100%.
likely because the victim
but
is
you know, I don't
a
know
male
anything
student,
about the case.
it's not
Yeah.
me advocating for that. I'm just saying.
But it
So
sounded
with
like
that
it
being
is.
said, let's get into it.
Yeah, be sure to go support Rada Mango and her podcast team as they provide this content for us to sit down and enjoy. But yeah, without further ado, let's continue this.
Every high school has some sort of open secret. Married teachers are having affairs with each other. One netizen writes, quote, 2 PE teachers, one male and one female, they would vanish at the same time every day. She got pregnant. Her husband was also a teacher at our
What?
school, and like the whole building pretended we didn't know that that's not his baby,
Dang.
which is a pretty common theme. Another netizen writes, 2 teachers had an affair, and the woman's husband came to the school during lunch and beat the shit out of the other teacher in the hallway. The kids were filming it.
No, that's something you don't see or hear every day. That is something you don't hear or see every day. Dang.
But both teachers kept their jobs. And then it becomes one of those things that nobody
Wow.
really talks about openly anymore. Married parents of students are having affairs with other married parents, perhaps with a married teacher. One person stated that their high school had this weird open secret. The football coach was having a very public affair with one of the players' moms. She was at every practice.
That's
every
common,
game,
actually.
Always in his office.
That is more common than you think. I'm not gonna say any names, but in middle school, that happened. Word got around, and I found out that my PE teacher had slept with one of my fellow classmates' parents. You know, it's common. It's actually very common.
His wife was also a teacher at the school, and like the whole town knew. Another student says, our principal was sleeping with at least 2 different students' moms. He would
moms?
schedule parent conferences during school hours. Like his secretary knew, his whole office staff knew, everyone knew.
Everyone knew.
He eventually got promoted to district administrator.
Wow.
Yeah. Open secrets about how seriously everyone seems to take high school sports is a huge thing.
I can't
like
believe
one
that.
principal who would change her own son's grades so that he could play football. This is a common thing. One faculty member writes,
See, even she just confirms it.
the star quarterback had a GPA of 0.8.
Literally
0.8.
failing. Yo! What kind of student do you gotta be to get a 0.8 on your GPA? Oh, hell nah. That is an automatic butt whooping. And I'm not even the type that advises any parent to whoop their kids with a belt. But like, come on now. At that point, you're not even trying in school. It's like you are deliberately just trying to make me upset as a parent. You're just sitting there in class for hours, not paying attention, not taking no notes. Oh, heck no, I'm taking your PS5 away. I'm taking your phone away. I'm grounding you for 2 months until you can get your crap together.
But every quarter, his grades would magically adjust just enough so that he could play football.
Just
Every teacher knew
because-
it, nobody was allowed to talk about it. Or another.
Just
best
because
player in
the
our school
coach over is
basketball
sleeping
team
with the
got
mom.
caught breaking into cars and robbing them, was kicked off the basketball team after they found a file full
Wild.
of all the valuables that were stolen. Half into the season, we're at the bottom. So the coach and the principal work out a deal and they get him back in. He ends up playing. We still lost though. But Centennial High School in Arizona, their open
Centennial
secret
High
would start
School?
making national news.
Centennial High School. Centennial High School.
Wow, it was all over the
Centennial
news?
Centennial High School in Peoria.
Centennial High School is one of the entire state's premier athletic schools, particularly in football. So their team has won at least 8 state championships.
Okay, so they're known for their football. Okay, good to know.
Centennial Coyotes are the 5A state champions!
It's a heavy football school, meaning Friday nights, you drive by Centennial High School, it's going to be packed. Everybody's talking about what they're wearing to the game, who's playing, who's that. Everyone knows all the players, their numbers, all the players and their parents. Then the rest of the weekend, if you go to the best spots in town, like if you go Saturday brunch, you're going to run into people rehashing Friday night's game while eating brunch, and it's just high school football. Like,
So it's like,
that.
okay, so there's like no escaping it. It's like everywhere you go, you're gonna know. You're gonna know who they are, basically. And if you don't know who they are, I mean, it's just gonna get forced to you.
Serious. And I grew up in the South, so like I get high school football. And there is something much darker going on in Centennial High School than just football. It starts off more like an open secret. It's like a rumor. Nobody has proof, but it just feels weird. One student says, there were just things about the school that just kept getting swept under the rug. Look, I don't know the specifics, but everyone's heard the rumors.
Everything has a
Like,
dark
there was
secret
this
to
male
it.
Spanish teacher that was very friendly and flirty with the girl students last year. I don't know if anything happened, but he was fired before anything came up. And this is a real witness, a real student
Before
saying this to the
anything
police.
came up.
Then there's the girl
Oh,
soccer
wow.
coach and psychology teacher. She's just kind of weird with her students, specifically her male students. She seems like one of those teachers that hates her female students but loves her male students, which is concerning, right? But she would
Very concerning. Very concerning. As, again, that leads to my point on what I said in the beginning. They need to have the same exact equality when women teacher hit on male students. They need to have the same equality, because it's really messed up on how people get really offended and get all defensive when it comes to a male teacher hitting on female students. They're both equally bad on their own rights.
just do this thing where she would constantly call out members of the football team, kids, students, out of their classes and then bring them to her classroom and like just hang out with them. I don't know, it was weird. Or she's constantly doing favors for them. She would let them leave the school campus to get food, which is generally not allowed. At some point, the other students and even some of their older, already graduated siblings are confused. Their parents are getting word of this. After hearing all of these rumors, one of the students decides to just ask one of the football players, like, you're always around the psychology teacher. Like, is that teacher being weird with you? Is something weird? Because I heard something weird's going on. He
There ain't nothing wrong with asking. You know, communication's everything.
responds really cryptically. You'd have to ask the teacher that. Like, I'm not saying anything. What does that mean? Like, as in there's something to say, but you don't want to say it? But there is one student whose name keeps getting brought up in all of this with rumors about the psychology teacher. He's a football player, and we're going to be referring to him as Alex for the rest of the episode. That is not his real name. Anyone who is under...
Okay, good. Yeah, because I was about to say, I don't think you want to just expose their identity and privacy out there like that if they're not comfortable. But yeah, respect.
18 or even 18 but is a student, I'm not using any of their real names.
Okay.
Alex, just a fake name, like I said, but yeah, there's just like a rumor between Alex, like he's always around the psychology teacher. If you see her in the hallway, she always wants to be near him. It's, I don't know, it's just sometimes he'll be in her classroom when it's not even his class. And that's not to say that Alex is strange. The teacher is the only strange one here in this scenario, but it's odd to the point that people called her out on it, and she states that the only reason her and Alex are so close is because they're like siblings. He's like her brother, which I feel like when you hear people calling someone, oh, that's like my brother, there's only 3 ways this goes, okay? A, they are literally siblings or cousins or related by DNA in some way, shape, or form, which does not apply to this teacher and student. B, they grew up together and experienced a lot of hardship or something that they can relate to, which again, doesn't apply to this teacher and student dynamic. And C, when someone is trying to deflect and distract from the fact that they definitely do not see this individual as their brother. That's it. I feel like those are the only 3 ways it goes. That's it. But not only that.
They're all valid. They're all valid 3 points too, because they do in fact go like that.
They would bicker like siblings. And on top of that, the teacher would just bring this male student up in every single conversation, even if it's not
That
about
is
him.
weird.
Has nothing to do with him. She would somehow manage a way to weasel his name into this conversation.
Into the
with other
conversation
students.
just out of
It's
nowhere.
just weird. Like, are you obsessed
Very
with Alex or
weird.
something? But the teacher is on like the younger side of the other teacher. She's 27. And
Hell, it don't matter. I mean, it's still a grown ass teacher hitting on underage male students. Like, that is still weird. And I'm pretty sure all the dudes are gonna be like, well, you know, she's hot. I mean, game is game. You know, they'll say some stupid shit like that in the comments, but you know, it's not right. It still does not make it right, man. It does not.
so while it's highly inappropriate, unprofessional, and should stop, maybe there's nothing more to it. Like, maybe that's why nobody reported it. But another recent graduate of Centennial says, I don't know. I overheard something really, really strange. Very strange conversation. The psychology teacher and the football student, they're in the hallway, kind of hush-hush whispering, arguing. And as the former student is walking back, they heard the student say something to the teacher along the effect of, I have a girlfriend. Why are you so worried about what I do? Which is just weird. Why would a teacher be so concerned about that?
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the video rumor.
The fact that a student said that to a teacher, still, it's making me just cringe inside. I'm sorry if I'm pausing it. I'm really not sorry, because this is a reaction. I mean, what you guys expect? I have to give my commentary and opinion on this. But if you gotta explain to a teacher what's wrong, like, no, report them immediately. Report them immediately. Don't try keeping that low key, because it's always gonna creep back.
Students started telling their friends, who told their friends, who told their friends, who told their friends, and like maybe some of them told their parents. But the rumor is there's a video of one of the teachers giving a student oral in her classroom.
Oh my goodness.
Jess is a woman on a mission. This is, I mean, it's not an open secret if it's a literal crime. Jess goes straight onto the website
That's
submissions page and she
crazy.
starts typing up her tip. She enters
Who's
her
Jess?
name.
A student?
Jess is the mother of a student.
Oh.
Former student, graduated student. She starts typing up her name, address, phone number, email in the
Everything.
tip submissions part. And Jess writes that her daughter used to attend the school and was on the soccer team. And her soccer coach, who
I'm
is-
sorry. Tip to what website?
oh, the police website.
Oh, okay.
And the daughter's soccer coach, who also happens to be the psychology teacher, has just always had this unprofessional air to her. The way she handles herself around the students, it just never felt right with Jess. She remembers distinctly how she spoke with the soccer coach, at least on one occasion, about, quote, how I felt like her relationship was inappropriate with all the kids. However, I know that last year's team has a lot of info about a boy that she had.
You quote unquote say felt like. I mean, no doubt. No doubt it was inappropriate.
Apparently an inappropriate student-teacher relationship with. He would meet her during non-school hours, and they were definitely
Snapchatting.
In the portion that reads suspect name,
Oh
she
my
types,
god. And Snapchat is notorious to be like the number one sneak link app where people, they be just DMing each other on there. Just trying to be sneaky because the messages automatically delete unless you save them like directly on text. But if you save it, it's going to notify the other person, as well as taking screenshots and all that. It's a very sneaky app, and that's why I don't like using it at all. And it's because of also a number of other things. Like, if you're a grown ass adult with Snapchat in the big 2026, I don't know what to tell you, man. I genuinely don't know what to tell you.
Haley Beck, and sends it to the Peoria Police Department, where Detective Kraber, a detective in the Heat Division, so this is Human Exploitation and Trafficking Unit, picks up the tip. He immediately calls Jess back for more information. And she tells the detective, look, she's never been appropriate with her kids. She's never acted like some sort of authority figure, and she cares more about being a peer to the students than anything. She gossips with the students, and she worries about what they think about her, and it's just like, she wants to be our kids' friends.
Nah, man.
Apparently, Haley...
There's a way of doing it, though. You don't overstep your boundaries and get all up close and personal, trying to get to know about their personal life and then wanting to have sexual relations with them. Like, what is wrong with you?
He even texted Jess's daughter that Jess's daughter is being bratty. Like, you're being bratty. A teacher texting a student that the student is being bratty, which is weirdly unprofessional, and Jess describes it as being manipulative. But the reason for the tip is not because Haley Beck is one of those odd teachers that needs to get a grip to life and come to terms with the fact that these high school students don't see you as cool or their friend, all disrespect intended. Jess would not have filed a tip for that. It's because of Alex.
There's a way of
She's
doing
saying,
it.
There's this
I
kid,
understand.
this football.
There's honestly just a way of doing it. If you want to be the quote unquote chill teacher that gets along with the students, for one, it should be reciprocated on both ends. You shouldn't only be nice to the boys. You should also be nice to the girls as well. Treat them fairly. And also don't overstep your boundaries, like I said. You just it's fine to be like their friend and be understanding, but don't try to get too close to them.
Player named Alex, and he just comes to all the girls' soccer practices, even when he has no reason to be on campus, and it doesn't seem like he's doing it to be around the girls of the soccer team. He would attend all of these lock-ins, and students have started noticing that sometimes Haley and Alex would bicker, and some of the students were saying, oh, it's because they're like siblings. That's what Miss Beck said, right? But it feels like they're arguing like they're in some sort of relationship.
So she's submitting because she's worried about Alex, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then she says, but my daughter specifically heard something when they were arguing. And it's different from what the other students
Oh no,
overheard,
what they
because
hear?
lots of tips are coming in
What did they hear?
simultaneously. And Jess says, my daughter was walking by when they were arguing in the hallway, and she overheard Miss Beck, the teacher, say something along the lines of, this would wreck my career, not yours. And then there's just all this...
That's already guilty right there. That's already proving guilty right there. If there's actual factual evidence in writing of that, she's guilty.
Small, very alarming things. Sometimes Alex wouldn't be in class, but Haley would never mark him absent. Miss Beck would invite Alex and the entire football team to come swimming at her apartment swimming pool.
What?
And the other night, there was this whole conversation amongst the students that Miss Beck had given Alex head. That's the phrasing
Wow.
of it. Like, that's not me saying it because I think that would be a crime, but you get what I'm saying.
Wow.
She feels really guilty because she doesn't have the proof of any sort of video or anything, but these are the things that she's heard, and she feels conflicted about making this tip because if she hadn't called, then nobody else is going to get dragged into it, and now the police want to talk to her daughter, the police want to talk to these other high school kids, but they really, really need to look into 27-year-old Haley Beck, who's pretty easy to Google for the officers, by the way. She's not just a psychology teacher at the local high school.
It just amazes me on how crazy people are, man. And the thing that's so messed up about this is that it's not like this type of stuff is rare. Like, this happens regularly. This is so common. But the thing is, they don't really make too much of a big deal about it because, like, the student and the teacher, they're normally low key about it unless someone, makes it known. Like, word gets around, and then rumors spread like wildfire, and then them rumors end up actually being facts, and then the teacher ends up getting fired, and then it's just like repeat the same thing over again. It's crazy. It's honestly insane.
She's also the well-known older sister of a pretty well-known influencer by the name of Noah Beck. If you are one of the...
I hate that he has the same name as me. Oh my god. Why does he have the same name as me?
lucky people that did not download TikTok during the pandemic and continue down the easy pipeline of brain rotting like myself, you may have no clue who Noah Beck is, which is neither here nor there. Just know that he's a big influencer with over 30 million followers on TikTok, and he makes a lot of money, and
that really just goes to show that how common my name is, and that's why I don't really like it so much. I don't mind my name, but it's common. It's too common.
I don't want to say definitively, but it seems like he has not been in any career-ending controversies. He seems unproblematic compared to some of the other TikTokers during that time period. He mainly does a lot of big brand trips now. I think he's getting into acting. I think he has a few shows on Netflix that he's working on. So,
wow.
Yeah, I think he's mainly trying to be an actor.
He's dating.
He did date Dixie D'Amelio, but
really?
I think they were broken up a long time ago.
Oh.
Good for
Yeah, but
him.
he's like from that era, right? But he makes a
You know, as long as he's not involved or he didn't do anything, you know, that's what matters.
lot of money, which may or may not be the only tiny detail that will hold relevance to this later. But he also did some family vlogs that feature two of his sisters. So you've got Haley Beck, the oldest Beck child, and it appears that she's always had the going down the right path type of childhood, while her younger siblings, Tatum Beck, her younger sister, her younger brother, Noah Beck, were the troublemakers. That's how they talk about their relationships.
Haley Beck, everyone.
I
This
see.
is the oldest of the Beck children. She's the middle. I'm the baby.
They're like, Haley Beck is like the golden kid, the perfect child or whatever.
Who's most likely to go to jail? Who has more common sense?
Wow.
And then Tatum Beck
Wow.
is like the troublemaker. She likes to throw pizzas at Haley Beck.
She threw pizza at me.
Oh my
Why'd she do
god.
that?
Okay,
Well,
well.
got my hair.
But is Haley Beck also a like influencer or not at all, or she's just only as a sister?
Only as a sister.
So she doesn't have her own TikTok and all of
She
that.
does, but now not anymore. It's pretty much gone. But she was never famous for her TikTok. She was really only famous for being Noah Beck's sister.
I'm assuming that she just took all that down just because of what happened with her sister, man. That's pretty embarrassing.
And I'm assuming everybody in school knows that too, right? That's
Yeah.
Beck's sister.
Yeah, and apparently, oh my God, there's like this rumor. I couldn't confirm, but there were some anonymous students that were formerly in her class that said that because she's a psychology teacher, she would use Noah Beck and Dixie D'Amelio as personality references, which was just
Personality
weird, very weird,
references?
very bizarre, very parasocial.
That's very interesting because you were saying she wants to be a friend,
Yeah,
and her brother is basically the biggest star for high school kids.
yeah.
Must play a lot of roles in her
Yeah.
brain and her
Yeah.
interaction with the kids, right?
Yeah, which makes it, I think, more sick.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that Noah Beck did anything wrong.
Yeah.
He doesn't even live in Arizona anymore. So just pointing that out. But more on that later because there is a part about Noah Beck in the police report that is unverified, but we'll get
Oh
there.
God, what
Haley
is
goes
it?
on to become a high school psychology teacher, and she says in an interview,
Teachers can have connections with kids, and I feel like that's one of the most important parts of teaching.
Yeah, it is, but you crossed that line. You did way too much. You did stuff that you shouldn't have been doing.
Because at the end of the day, you never know, like, I might be the only person in someone's life that does care. And so I try really hard to make that known in my teaching and in my interactions with students.
and then there's really not much else about her until recently, where every single TikTok of Haley Beck in her classroom teaching has seemingly gone viral because there's a rumor that Haley Beck is the teacher in the video, where I would consider it essay, but oral is committed against a student. Do you remember the TikTok trend where two people would be running, filming each other? They take turns, so one person pretends to be the suspect, the other pretends to be the cop chasing the suspect, and as they're running, the cop, the one that's filming, will say something like, "Suspect is a 25-year-old and still takes a bubble bath every single day. Suspect can't grow a beard."
Suspect can't grow a beard.
The what one?
You know, they're supposed to be oddly specific. You get it, you've seen it. Noah Beck has done one with his siblings a while back, and Haley Beck is running, and Noah Beck says suspect's best friends are her students.
And the crazy thing about it too is just looking at all them siblings together. It's like you wouldn't even suspect that there's something off about them, but you know that just goes to show that you never really know a person until the dark side of them comes out, and then yeah, it just completely tarnishes how you see them, like permanently. I meant to say perceive, but. Yeah,
And
damn.
Haley stops running to say,
This is pretty
"They're
chilling.
nice to me."
Suspect's best friends are students.
They're nice to me.
That's weird.
Then another TikTok is dug up. Same trend, but this time it looks like it's Haley and another, maybe a teacher or a student
That is
in a
weird,
cafeteria.
man.
And Haley is running through this empty cafeteria, and a girl's voice on the other end says, "Suspect has a cult following of high school boys."
Suspect has a cult following of high school boys.
And there is a TikTok that has since started going viral, which is a picture of Haley Beck in her class. And on the whiteboard behind her, it's written
Mommy?
Mommy Beck, Whether she wrote that and told the
What?
students to call her mommy Beck, whether one of the students wrote it and she just didn't erase it immediately, it's unclear. There's nothing inherently illegal or fireable in the videos of her in the classroom, at least the ones circulating online. Although I do think
That's
that she
still
did break some
weird though.
school
Why would, even if she did write it down, that's still weird. And it's also more weird if she allowed her students to call her that.
rules. Because I don't think you're allowed to have students' voices or their faces in any TikToks without the parents' consent.
Without the
Oh,
consent,
so
yeah.
she films TikToks.
She also would like film TikToks
Yeah,
in her
yeah, she
classroom,
messed
and they were
up.
just
She wasn't
so
supposed to do
cringe.
that.
They've all been wiped from the internet, but you can see some reposts on TikTok where she
Repost.
just behaves in a way that I would never want my child anywhere near her, and I don't even have children. She
No, I know this ain't funny. I know this ain't funny, but like, bro, it's the way she said it. She behaves in a way that it just makes me just not even want my kids to be around her, even though I don't even know her.
is the epitome of a teacher that
Yeah,
I think
it's
is
true though.
not
It's
all there
true.
in the head. She likes
I'm
to
the same
sing
way.
at her desk while the students are trying to focus, and it's very like, oh, pay attention to me.
Do you remember the 21st night?
Oh hell no.
And then she'll be like, oops, sorry, I don't even know why I'm seeing that. And then there's another part, like this one really just grinds my gears. And I do think that I have at times a very uncomfortable cadence and tone of voice, and maybe there is some vocal fry in my throat. But with Haley Beck, this is a student. This is a professional setting. And she's talking to a student and she's like, Austin, stop. And I'm like, what is fucking happening?
Is there like
Oh,
a trend
hell
that she's
no.
doing, or just like clips of her life?
These are clips of her life, and this is like at the time when a lot of teachers were filming them.
Wait, teachers were filming her or students were filming her and posting them on TikTok? Which one was it? Hold on.
Themselves in classrooms. And then there was like a
day-
wave of teachers filming themselves. And then a lot of schools got mad. A lot of kids got mad. A lot of the internet got mad because they were like, you are like a
Yeah.
toxic teacher. You're a weird teacher.
Huh.
So she has some of these, but I mean, maybe
You
they're
are a
fireable
toxic,
offenses,
weird
but
teacher.
nothing inherently
You're weird, dude. You're totally weird.
illegal in what has come up on TikTok. It's just a combination of all the things that
I
she
can't
does.
even believe what I'm
She has
hearing.
a tendency to consistently try to fit in with the kids and make the class about herself. There's another TikTok where she's
Oh god, yeah. Anytime when a teacher tries to be cool and act all hip, gangster like, want to fit in with the trends, like with the kids, nah, that's cringe. That's cringe inducing. Teachers should just stay in their place and stop trying to be acting like the students. Because they're already kids and they have their own face and their own trends. Keep that to yourself. Keep all that shit to yourself.
on the table while the kids are exiting the classroom, and it just seems like she's doing it to be cool.
What do you mean up on the table, standing on?
Yeah, and
desks?
she's
Oh,
like watching
hell
them all
no,
leave.
nah, bro,
I don't
she's
know.
a-
Like I just
she's a
never
kid.
had teachers really behave like that. It just makes you uncomfortable. She's bickering with students. Later, another student would say that the football boys and Haley Beck would constantly be making TikToks in her classroom. So I guess like the football boys would post their own TikToks. And that Haley Beck started acting more like a friend rather than a coach, or a teacher. The football guys would always be behind her desk joking around with her. There is this one picture that one of the football guys took.
What?
Boys, children, students, okay, just emphasis. He's sitting at her, what it seems to be her chair, and she's leaned over her desk, and it's just like the most weird.
What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Nah, bro, I don't know any teacher that would allow this at all, man. This is borderline just crazy. This is just, bro, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Body language.
Bro, no. If my teacher, like, if any of the teachers I had in high school, middle school, whatever, if a student got up from their seat to sit down at the teacher's desk, bro, instant demerit, write up, whatever, telling you get off right now. There ain't no chances. Like, bro, based on this picture alone, the body language is just giving off like, oh yeah, you comfortable right there? Like,
language, highly uncomfortable.
very
One student
uncomfortable.
says Miss Beck would be teaching her class, and suddenly when the football players came in, she would stop teaching and just talk to
And
them.
talk to them.
And the way that they talked would be like that middle school teasing, flirting type of dynamic.
Oh hell no.
There's also this newly circulating TikTok of a male student filming himself. I'm not gonna post it, but it has gone viral. He's likely under the influence given the caption, but he's stating that he invited Haley Beck to pull up to his grad party, and she did. And now she's another student's partner in pong. I'm assuming beer pong. I don't know if there's beer in there.
Ain't no way, man.
Probably beer. But he flips the camera, and sure enough,
Yo, she's actually there.
his party.
That is wild.
Other students have come out to say that being in Haley Beck's class was just weird. She would openly talk about her dating life, which is not normal classroom behavior. And so with all of this and the tip from one of the parents to the police department,
this is cringe-inducing, guys.
Full-blown investigation. In fact, they have tips about other things going on in Centennial High School, so they're just gonna upend and do a full overhaul and look into everything. And they start pulling up other names that they think are going to be good witnesses. They're calling their parents because most of them are underage, asking if they can come in for an interview, and all of them are led into the soft room. The soft interview room in big police departments is specifically designed to create a comfortable, calm environment. It's usually reserved for victims.
I am telling you right now, if the roles and genders were reversed, none of this would be allowed at all. This wouldn't even make it more weird and creepy. If it was a grown male teacher flirting with little girls in the class, and then the girls went out the way to invite the male teacher to the little grad party or whatever. Nah, bro. Nah. That shit is weird, man. That is weird.
Witnesses, and for this situation, children, not the perpetrators. Multiple students are brought in from Centennial High School into the soft room where they're asked, "Can you tell us what you know about the ongoing investigation?" One of the students responds, "Which one?" The police don't start investigating Centennial High School because of a tip on Haley Beck.
Accused of
There is already an
grooming.
investigation underway on a separate teacher. 47.
I mean, given what we just seen, it's like it's the cracks are there. The cracks are there. I can see it.
Year-old Angela Berlacca.
Two teachers
can't even
at
believe
Centennial
this right
High
now.
in Peoria were accused of sexually abusing a student.
In my 30 years of two females perpetrating against the same.
What is going on in this school?
While police are investigating Angela
Nah, bro,
Berlacca,
he's
tips are
asking a
coming
serious
in about
question.
27-year-old Haley Beck.
What
So
is
now they're
going
like,
on
okay,
with
well,
that
let's
school?
investigate both of them. And this is how both teachers are getting investigated for grooming their students. And random parents from Centennial High School end up opening their front doors, seeing a business card taped on the front for a detective. One of the mother calls the detective and says, I don't know what this is all about. Well, kind of. She says she figured out, given all the recent events, she had heard rumors milling about concerning some teachers at the school, but she doesn't know all the details, but she heard that her child might know more. She and her daughter, who we will randomly call Taylor is 17, get called into the soft room. Okay, so the police, they don't do like an audio transcription. So there's an audio and video file that we were not able to FOIA, which is understandable. This is still an open investigation after all as well. But they don't have a transcript for the audio. So this is the police officer paraphrasing their entire conversation based off the interview. So these are, I don't want to say they're direct quotes, but they're as direct as it gets. Like these are all the statements the police reiterated in the police report.
Yeah.
So Taylor
Let's
tells
hear
the
'em.
detectives,
Let's hear it.
I heard some rumors about Miss Berlacca.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of rumors? That 47-year-old Angela Berlacca, a teacher at the high school,
Oh my
would
gosh,
send
she sent nudes.
nudes to football players. And that
I was thinking it, but I just didn't want to blurt it and say it out loud, and then I would just be completely wrong, and it would just be awkward. But yeah, I was thinking that.
she would add a bunch of the boys on Snapchat. But a lot of the students,
Again
like
with
Miss Berlacca,
Snapchat,
and felt that she was never on in
weird.
class. Like Taylor is like, oh, no, Miss Berlacca is not like Haley Beck, where she's obsessed with the boy students. She's actually pretty nice to me, but I don't know. This is the rumor that I heard, so maybe the rumor is just a rumor. Taylor reports to the detective that she
I mean, it's at this point it doesn't even seem like a rumor. I mean, given on what is like in writing and what is being presented in front of us, this does not seem like no rumor.
personally
This is
noticed
like
that
full evidence.
Angela Berlocca started
Would be
getting
weird with her.
when she started dating another student. Redacted.
Wow.
So we're gonna call him redacted for now.
Wait, Taylor, the 47-year-old teacher getting weird to Taylor?
Yeah.
A 47-year-old teacher, mind you, getting weird with a young female student who's probably 16, 17, 18. Like, let that like resonate. Does that sound freaking right? Absolutely not.
So 47-year-old Angela Berlocca starts acting weird around 17-year-old Taylor. And Taylor is like, all I know is it started when I started dating my boyfriend, another 17-year-old at the school.
Yeah.
Is he a football
Wow.
player?
Yeah. So Taylor starts dating redacted, male student in the school, and that's when Angela Berlocca, the teacher, starts acting very strange, as per the report. When Taylor would go to the bathroom, Angela would ask her if she's gonna go hang out with her boyfriend. She would ask Taylor about her boyfriend all the time, and like Taylor thinks it's weird. Also, Miss Berlocca was one of the first people that found out that Taylor and her boyfriend were even dating. Like, how did she even find out so quickly?
Of course, her creepy ass will find out so quickly. She's a predator. A predator that likes stalking her students.
And then Taylor finds out through mutual friends of her and her new boyfriend that Angela had actually added her boyfriend on Snapchat when he was a freshman or sophomore. So this was like a while back. And she was always sending him weird stuff, like messages, allegedly like, my husband doesn't satisfy me enough.
What?
This is a...
What? Yo! Hey, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Wait, oh crap, I unplugged my freaking headset. Oh, ain't no way. Ain't no freaking way. She sent a student that message. Ain't no way, man. Ain't no way.
teacher sending this to a freshman or sophomore in high school.
Nah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Miss Berlocca would...
Bro, speaking like me.
No.
Their students?
No.
Is that even allowed? That's crazy.
So teachers actually have email portals, or sometimes they have these software. Each school is different. So some schools have software where you can like message teachers, but it's like a school software and it's all monitored.
Yeah.
But no, teachers are not supposed to have any sort of personal contact with students outside of class. And usually teachers, the last thing they want is to fucking see a student outside of class or talk to them. So this is really weird.
Very.
Crazy.
Very weird.
She would invite him to the classroom early before the rest of the students would get there, and she would tell him not to tell anyone about what she's saying. But Taylor's boyfriend never told Taylor any of this himself. So this is all she's hearing through mutual friends. She never saw these messages on his phone. So she's like, I don't know if it's true. It's just what I've heard. But there are more rumors about Miss Berlocca, that multiple male students, children, received similar messages. And Taylor says, quote, I just knew the whole football team is bonded over how weird the teachers are and that they've seen the same pictures of Miss Berlocca.
No, what they need to do is they need to shut that school down. They need to shut down that school entirely. They either need to do that or fire most of them teachers. Get rid of all them teachers and freaking do like an inspection. Like, have someone look through their phone to make sure they ain't into that weird CP crap. Can't say what it is because of YouTube community guidelines. But if you know, you know. Like they need to like really investigate these teachers before like they even step foot in that classroom interacting with any of these students. This is crazy.
Same pictures.
Wow. So she's mass sending her nude to the whole team?
Could be. The police bring in Angela Berlocca, and she tells the officers that she has been working as a teacher for the past 26 years. She's been employed as a teacher way longer.
All
than
that
any
goes
of these
down
children
is
have been
rain.
on the face of this planet. She also teaches at this redacted, it sounds like a daycare, and she teaches early child development.
Oh
and is in charge
no!
of the preschool.
Oh nah! Get her away from them kids, them little younger kids. over here grooming high schoolers, and now she's over here with preschoolers, kindergartners. Oh hell no! Keep her far away.
So initially in the interview, even though Angela knows what's going on, she just tells the police that she really only has interactions with students via email and she only communicates with students for school-related purposes. The police report reads, I then asked her if she communicates.
You shouldn't be communicating with them, period, through email. The only time it is okay for a teacher to email you is if it's through like the student or the school portal, such as Canvas or whatever that they have. I mean, I'm over here thinking Canvas because when I was in college, that's the website that we had to use when we took online classes. And anytime there were issues when it came to registering and dropping classes or just any issue with the assignments, we we would text our teacher directly through Canvas. But there was like no private emails. There was none of that. No, none of that at all.
With students outside of school purposes. I'm not going to answer that question. Would there be any reason why a student would have your personal phone number? No.
Your phone number is crazy
I'm just
too.
going to say this, but I feel like anything I say is going to be viewed as wrong. She goes on to say that in the event of going on a field trip or something, Angela has given out her phone number before to some students, some teachers, some other parents.
What a
but
nice
other than that,
view.
no reason.
Can't lie.
I mean, that makes sense, right? Would there be any
Whoever
reason
shot that,
a student would have
give that
any
person a
images
raise.
or videos of you in a state of nudity?
Oh,
Angela
hell no.
immediately states that she's not going to answer the question and requests an attorney, thus ending the interview. And she knows why, because the second that the police get a warrant for her phone records and start going through it, they're going to see that she is indeed on Snapchat talking to students.
Talking to students
Taylor's
in a
boyfriend,
sexual
to be
way.
exact. On Snapchat, she messages Taylor's boyfriend, her student, first. Who's your tattoo artist?
Wow. Wait, but are these still recorded on Snapchat or they're gone?
They're gone, but the police are able to subpoena Snapchat. So the police are out here subpoenaing Snapchat.
Wait, so Snapchat also has a whole record of everything?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ain't nothing safe. You know, they're gonna document all of that. Everything you say.
Snapchat actually has a back-end portal for law enforcement where they can go in and ask for search warrants, and I think
interesting.
Yeah, they have like all the big tech companies, and I'm saying this because I don't know why people are so dumb in this day and age. If you're committing a crime, all the big tech companies, they have preservation requests that law enforcement fill out, and they preserve all the metadata.
Yeah.
They're legally required to. And I'm not saying that so you can get away with the crime. I'm saying that because it's so mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
That most people, they're not aware of
I would say
it.
that this is more so if you're not committing a crime and maybe you have other sensitive information that you wouldn't want certain government agencies to know.
Yeah, I can understand that because, yeah, that's invasive. But, you know, that it kind of sucks to say this, but most stuff that we have on our phones, they can look through that at any given time. Nothing is really private anymore. I don't know anybody that does not have any social media at all, or if they don't have any social media, I mean they got YouTube, which is Google. Google collects all your data. Everything you search on the internet, you know, that's stored. That's all connected to one thing, which they can access. So yeah.
Wow.
So she's like, who's your tattoo artist? This guy named Creep on 43rd Avenue in Grand. And then he responds, shaking my head, why'd you unadd me? So she added him, unadded him, and then Angela Berlacca responds, just trying to stay out of trouble. If you say so. You got any free time coming up, B? So they all call her Miss B.
Uh-huh.
I'm leaving town this weekend. Where to? Colorado for a week, last vacay before school starts. Summer goes fast. It really does. No response.
Wow.
So Angela Berlacca messages again in the morning, good morning. Now he
Not
responds,
the good morning text.
Curious if your offers are still on the table.
Wait.
What offers?
The student is asking if your offers are still on the table. We don't know the offers based off this conversation, but Angela Berlacca
Oh my God! Don't tell me they're sexual. It has to be.
responds, yes, but not right now. The student responds, catch me in December. I'm curious if you teach some things or not. Are you graduating early? Yeah, I am. I'll be done in December, so catch me over break when you got free time. I need to see if you got any special tricks.
Oh my! Oh, it's definitely sex related. It's definitely sex related.
19.
Oh.
Nice, and I'd be happy to. We'll see what you got up your sleeve. And I guess he copied her message on Snapchat or something, but she's like, anything you want. You know, what's with you copying my message, though? Should I be worried?
Who is the student?
Angela Berlocca is like, you copied my message.
Wow.
Should I be worried? Yeah.
Screenshotting and stuff.
And he's like, not about me. Good to know.
So she's 47.
Yeah.
47 doing this.
17.
He
17,
is now
18.
18.
Right,
Yeah, turning 19.
So she's 30 years older.
Yeah.
Does she have any children? Do you know?
She's married and has children.
God.
It is atrocious, but the deep, dark abyss of hell can always get darker. Once investigators start digging, they interview Taylor's boyfriend's grandmother.
That's
and
disturbing.
She states that her grandson confided in her that his teacher was being inappropriate with him. She also reached out to the police on a separate tip, stating that a teacher has been sending her grandson, Taylor's boyfriend, inappropriate messages and videos. One video is described in the police report as, quote, a video where the teacher was nude and masturbating with a
toy?
Yeah, a cucumber-shaped device. In addition to
The cucumber shaped device, man. I can't with Stephanie, man. I cannot with Stephanie. You know what? Let's continue.
the female
I
teacher
don't have nothing to
was
say.
saying Redacted's name
I don't
in
got
the
nothing to
video,
say.
as well as stating that she wants to S him dry. The video footage shows the teacher's face as well as identifying tattoos.
Ooh. Wow! 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 I can't. No. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. Ain't no way.
As well as another video of Angela Berlocca, in addition to Redacted, there are 3 other students involved.
I couldn't help but chuckle when I heard Stephanie's husband go, "What?" Yeah, bro. Me and him, we talk alike. Me and him, we talk alike. That's what I found funny. I don't find none of this funny, by the way. I don't find none of this funny. I just find his reaction funny.
What do you mean three student involved?
Whether they received similar messages or similar offers, but there are other students that are semi-involved in being groomed.
I can't believe that, though.
This video was
That's
sent to
freaking
the student
disgusting.
when he was 16 years old, not when he was 18.
Oh, wow,
There's
that makes it
another
even
video that
worse.
the police find, which includes an adult female, likely Angela Berlocca, in the shower unclothed. Her face is not in it, but it
Oh,
appears to
God.
be her. It matches with her shower. It matches with the containers in her shower and some of the identifying tattoos. The video is 2 entire minutes long, and she's just pointing the camera downwards and like soaping up her body. And Angela Berlocca is, in my opinion, a predator. Neither of them have been charged yet, but can the same
For
be
sure,
said about Haley Beck?
they are
At
for
least
sure
as far as
predators.
this investigation, right now, at this point, it's like the police
What
opened
they
up
over
a
here
can of
talking to
worms
16-year-old
with Angela
kids
Berlocca's
for?
case, and that leads them to open up another can of worms or a can of eels with Haley Beck. So they're like, okay, we've got Angela Berlocca, we've got these videos, and now everybody's talking about another teacher named.
And then Haley over here acting like a freaking like a high schooler herself, over here trying to do these TikTok trends. That is not cute. That is weird. She ought to be ashamed of herself.
Haley Beck, like what's happening? Another student is brought in and she tells officers that she's heard a rumor that Haley Beck and Alex have been together since Alex, that student, was 16 years old. And that wouldn't surprise her. They're like, what do you mean by that? Miss Beck acts like she's still in high school and she's obsessed with the football team. She would mention how when she was in high school, she dated a football player. Not
Look
only
at like
that,
how she
another
dresses
student
and
states,
like her
"One
body
time I was in
language.
yearbook class, I stopped by Miss Beck's classroom. When I got there was like at least 30 football players inside. They're having a pizza party. And the student walks
Oh,
in
hell no.
and Miss Beck looks at her and goes, well, this looks weird. And she didn't think it looked weird, but now that Miss Beck said that it was weird, that made it weird. And she never allows.
No, you the moment you see something like that, you're automatically just gonna be like, what? You're gonna be concerned. You're like, this is not normal at all. This is not normal at all. And she quote unquote said that I'm over here just trying to become friends with my students.
female students
Give
to
me a
hang out in her
freaking
classroom
break.
after class, but she allows all the male students. Another student who graduated states she hated being in Miss Beck's classroom. Why? She just has a weird focus on guys. Her classroom environment was annoying. She would prioritize the male
Look
students'
at how she's
attention over
like
teaching.
arts,
There's
looking
also rumors
right
that
directly
she
at
gave a
him.
male student a Christmas
That's
present. That she
weird.
filmed a TikTok inside of the car of one of the male students. Like, it wasn't scandalous, but why are you in a student's car filming a TikTok? One student says something incredibly alarming, though. They state that there are at least a group of 8 to 9 football kids that she knows of where they were in a competition. And that competition was to see who could get the most inappropriate videos and pictures of either of the two teachers, Angela Berlocka and Haley Beck. Normally, this type of competition would be a reason for students to be in trouble because it is inappropriate, but no teacher in their right mind would ever send anyone any material for this sick competition that they have going on, right?
And they're dumb as fuck for not thinking that if they were gonna send something like that, it wasn't gonna spread and go around. They're freaking dumb as hell for that. They're not only disgusting, but they're dumb.
Police subpoena Angela Berlocka's phone, and they also subpoena and do a search warrant on Haley Beck's phone. And inside Haley Beck's, they find text messages between Haley Beck
Oh god,
and this
there's more.
student named Alex, and they're both referencing faculty pictures.
my
So
God.
specifically of Haley
They're
Beck.
exchanging.
So, you know, each teacher, they need like an ID tag. And Haley Beck, she's talking about her ID tag picture. And Alex states bluntly, those ID pics are funny. Haley Beck, the teacher, responds in a confused manner, like, funny? Why? Oh, let me guess. I was a beluga in the first few. So she's saying that she was much heavier in the first few pictures when she first started teaching. Bro, my sophomore year, you were 1 billion% overweight.
Did that thing just say "Gad" on it? Wait. Oh my god. Yeah, nah. Hell no.
In the first few pictures when she
Hell
first
no.
started teaching. Bro, my
Get her
sophomore
out.
year, you
Get
were
her
1
out.
billion% overweight. And now you look fire. One netizen writes, if someone told me I was 1 billion% overweight, I would have to KMS. Alex goes on to like the text message. Oh, let me guess, I was a beluga in the first few years. And he responds to that. The student responds and he says, man, ain't that right? Yeah, but like you still fucked with me then, like as a person. Negative. You were a cool teacher though.
Mind you, yeah, she talks to them exactly as if they're like their friends. You're never gonna hear a teacher use language like that, for one, when talking to a student.
Is my one this year good then?
Wow.
And you're my current teacher. Or better, at least, you're telling me you wouldn't have tried with me back then solely because of the teacher aspect? No, not at all. Because it would have been like, she's not even a flex, she's rough. Right. I was just cool. Okay, be nice. You asked. Same way I think.
What are these messages, man? Seriously, what are these messages?
About Miss B. If she was a little more fit, I would have died in the pussy.
Miss B?
Berlocka.
Berlocka.
Haley Beck knows what's going on.
Yeah. And
She
she's
knows.
not reporting it because
she
she's
ain't
doing
reporting
the
that.
same thing.
Yeah.
Does Miss B know about Haley Beck though?
We don't know.
What?
And Haley Beck.
I doubt
responds,
it.
Bro, she's also like 50 though. But she's too damn big for me right now. Question mark, question mark. Age is just a number, baby. She's starving for the young dick.
Who said this?
The student.
Student.
And I do want to preface that there's going to be a lot of uncomfortable messages where this 18-year-old student.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like this is not right. This ain't right at all. And you know, kids talking like this, you know, text messages with these teachers. Yeah, a lot of people they're gonna think it's funny, but in reality, it's not. It's not. Because we were all kids, and we all did a lot of stupid shit. We said a lot of stupid shit, and we did a lot of stupid shit. In their minds, they're thinking that this is a flex, but this is actually serious.
Student is saying sometimes uncomfortable things about women, women's bodies, and his girlfriend in particular. But I don't think that he's at fault for anything.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
I
not
think
the
there's
point of this crime,
there's no crime in an 18-year-old talking like this, behaving this way, especially when you have to factor in the trauma element of like, we don't know how long he's been preyed on in this school and how that could alter the way that he also thinks and speaks. I'm not justifying it, but I'm just saying he's genuinely a victim in this situation.
He is, even though he is coming off as, oh yeah, I want this life. But yeah, he's still a victim regardless, just because of his age. Even though I can't say it's right.
Haley responds, I mean, yeah, I guess, even though our situation is still not right, at least we're closer in age. I don't like being
No,
compared
you're not.
to Miss B. Nah.
Jealous?
Yeah.
You are
She's
not
jealous
closer.
that someone else is grooming her.
She's about to be in her 30s. Meanwhile, this student is about to be in their 20s. That's not close at all.
Victim. And he responds, nah, 100%. A tad more normalized. Like, if I'm 25 and you're 33, who cares? But if I'm 25 and she's 55, holy gilf. Alex likes the message that Haley sends of not wanting to be compared to Angela Berlocca, and he writes, luckily I haven't cracked her yet. Right, like this sounds more normal. Like an older woman, go you. Sick. I can't even look at her without thinking of her literal vagina. So investigators put 2 and 2 together that both Angela Berlocca and Haley Beck are victimizing the same student. The message where she is sending the video with that's Alex. It's the same student.
That's
and on
horrible.
Haley Beck's end, she knows what Angela.
The student is a victim of 2 older teachers. And in his mind, he's just over here thinking, oh yeah, I got it like that. But he's really just a victim. It's actually just terrifying. It's horrible. It's actually just downright horrible.
Berlocca has been doing, and has not reported it because she's doing the same thing to the child. Alex's age-appropriate girlfriend, Taylor, tells the police, Miss Beck
Taylor is Alex's girlfriend?
And she tells the police, Miss Beck is a weirdo. She's weird with all the students. She's weird with the high school boys. She's flirty and she's fixated on still being in high school. Everyone knows that, including the other teachers. Yep. Haley Beck would go around telling students that.
Look at how she's posing, man. She really does think that she's in high school.
Other teachers questioned her about being inappropriate with students or too friendly, but she doesn't even appear to be worried about it. Like, she almost says it as if it's something to be proud of, like some sort of badge of honor, that she's so cool that even the other teachers are telling her to stop being like one of the kids. Taylor says.
And other teachers know about this?
Yes. Or at least they
obviously they do.
Like they have an idea.
No, I think they know.
She never liked
I think they know.
She had Miss Beck for psychology all last year, didn't like her, especially because Miss Beck was always texting Alex. Haley Beck would text Alex. I mean, she would text all the football boys, but specifically Alex. And she would send him money and weird shit. According to the police report, Taylor says weird shit. And she was constantly asking Alex about his high school girlfriend, Taylor. Haley would be texting Alex, what are you doing? I'm with Taylor, bro.
What are you over here doing? What are you over here getting jealous of a student talking to someone in their age? Like, what the hell? Why don't you talk to someone that's around your age bracket? Talk to a grown-ass adult. Don't talk to no kid. What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, Haley would just call him weird, which Alex would get offended by, and he would respond to Haley, like his teacher, that he's going to be rude and weird to her because she's weird for texting him. He would straight up tell her, your ass is going to get in trouble because you're texting me. Haley Beck did not care. Taylor states, I never saw anything like freaky in the text messages from Miss Beck. It would just be like her sending money and asking him, what are you doing today? Or like, let's go grab food. It was like she was trying to hang out with him.
Okay, so him and I started dating last spring. It was like April probably. And then I had her as a teacher the semester prior to that, so first semester of junior year. But I did know about her texting him and sending him money, trying to hang out with him.
That's fucking crazy. In what scenario would a teacher send student money?
Yeah.
How much money?
It's always $20 or $30 each time, but it added up in the span of a month and a half to $630 on a teacher's salary.
Jesus Christ.
Like Venmo him or
Apple Pay.
Oh, like those gift card money on the text?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not even just any teacher. I think any adult sending any child money that is not directly related, that the parents know about, is so alarming.
That is very alarming.
But a teacher makes
scary.
it even more alarming.
Yeah, 100%. Wow.
And Taylor was like, I know of at least one time where Haley, Beck, and Alex hung out. They went to this place
That's
called
fucking
Fired Pie,
weird,
which
man.
ironically is not like a
That
pie
is
place,
so
it's a pizza spot.
weird.
Well, I guess that makes more sense. But Alex is there with his friend, and Haley Beck just shows up, meets up with them, offering to pay for Alex's food. Taylor didn't even know about any of this until she asked Alex about it because she heard about it from someone else. And in this instance, he got mad that she asked. And like these are the small things where I think it's really important when you just read the messages between Haley Beck and the victim, the student. Because he's a lot more aggressive in the text messages, some netizens have gotten into this weird mindset where he's not a victim because he was 18. He's a victim. And I think these small instances where when he's asked about, did you see Haley Beck with his high school girlfriend, he gets upset. And that might be from a whole list of traumatic reasons that maybe have not been digested as being trauma. These are like the little things where it's very clear it's still impacting him in a tremendous way. So he got mad and he didn't want to talk about it. Now the whole,
Like I said, it comes off. It appears like it's a flex in their minds at first, but it damages them psychologically, especially when they get older, because then they just realize like, dang, I really got groomed by two older women that were far older than me. Meanwhile, I was just trying to act my age and be with my high school sweetheart, and I have teachers over here just trying to. Yeah, that's disgusting. That's disgusting and just weird.
whole thing is odd. Taylor
There
says
ain't
that
really
Haley Beck
nothing
was
else I can
constantly
say,
just, like,
man.
texting Alex as if they were friends or something. Like she would send him pictures, selfies, not like inappropriate or freaky. That's how she phrases it, though they are inappropriate. But just like pictures of herself, and she would just be asking, "Oh, should I post these on Instagram?" Like he's some sort of social media manager. To which Alex would respond, "I don't know," or sometimes he would just not respond at all. What would happen then? The detective is asking. Miss Beck would get mad. Also, Haley Beck would constantly save photos of Alex on her Snapchat. And Taylor, a 17-year-old, is telling the detective, because the detective is like, why do you think she did that? And she's like, I don't know if maybe like Alex looked good in the photos or what. I don't know. And if you read the 200-page police document, these are the moments where I feel like, okay, this is where you see the impact on these kids, because we know why Haley is saving those pictures, but this is a 17-year-old girl who is just confused why a teacher is saving the pictures to begin with, and she's trying to come up with reasons in her mind. I think these are very impactful moments that should be remembered. But the police report reads, Taylor, quote, told Alex that Miss Beck was chasing him and that what Miss Beck was doing was weird, and Miss Beck is not all that. And then March of 2025, there was this whole incident where Taylor is in the car with Alex, and he's saying that he needs to drop off his school computer because someone is going to do his homework for him. And she's like, who? Who's going to do your homework? Where are you dropping off your laptop, like your school laptop? He's not responding. So she's like, okay, I'm just not going to question it then. They go and they drop off his computer. She doesn't see who he hands it to, but now she's connecting the dots, and it's very clear that it was Haley Beck's apartment. So she connected the dots then. And then later, she sees text messages from Haley Beck to Alex that read along the lines of, the computer is charged. She turned in all the assignments except for one because the computer died. And she was like, it's just so weird.
Wow.
According to the police report, Taylor states she did most of his homework for his junior year, I think.
Do you know the timeline of things?
Did most of his homework. So was automatically just gonna pass the student too, without him having to do anything. Wow. Straight up just ruining this whole kid's life, and you're just gonna ruin his future, basically.
When did it start? How long did it last?
So a lot of these text messages that we're going to get into between Haley Beck
Oh
and the student.
God, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm ready to hear them.
But repeatedly throughout the police
I am not sure if I'm ready to hear them, y'all.
report, it states that Haley Beck and the grooming of the child probably started when he was closer to 16.
So 18, he was a senior.
Yeah.
So it was like sophomore. They started. Okay.
Yeah. Alex advised that Miss Beck does his homework for him for no reason, and that she is just, quote, a weird ass bitch. And just every time Taylor and her boyfriend Alex would hang out, sure enough, Haley Beck would be texting Alex. I mean, there's always some notification from Haley Beck, their teacher. Most of the conversations that Taylor saw of Haley Beck were Haley Beck talking about food, going to get food with him, and asking if he wants to hang out with her in her classroom. Oh, and Haley Beck has this really weird thing against Taylor. She's telling the detectives there was this one time where she was bringing Miss Beck food and drinks. I don't know if because there would be a lot of times that they would go out to eat and Haley Beck would give them her credit card, and then Alex would buy his food on her credit card, but also bring Haley Beck something back. So I guess Alex told Taylor to bring it to Miss Beck, her food and her drinks. So she goes, Haley Beck would not acknowledge her. And then she goes on to text Alex, never have Taylor have your little girlfriend bring stuff to me again.
This is just getting
Beck
like
started asking students in my class and
obsessive.
my friends, just anybody that like had any relationship with me, random questions about me. Like she tried to find out him and I's relationship status, like what we did together, how we acted, what I did in my free time, who I talked to, who I hung out with, like really weird things that teachers usually don't care about. There was also this specific time where she was telling one of the football boys on our team that I was stealing her boyfriend and that she needed to get rid of me.
She would constantly ask the other football boys whether or not Alex and Taylor's relationship was serious and if they were actually really dating. The statement report for Taylor's interview reads, Miss Beck was just weird. She was always flirty and trying to text Alex. Miss Beck would also excuse all of his absences so that he could pass the class. She would give him all A's. Same thing with Miss B, Angela Berlacca. Miss B didn't have Alex as a student, but when he asked her to excuse one of his absences, she would. It was wild.
Bro never came to class.
At all.
Like, you'd probably see him.
Not the music, man. Not the dramatic music. Oh my god.
Once every like 2 weeks, week and a half. Never there yet. He still had the best grade than the smartest kid in that class.
That is so unfair. On top of it.
I think math. And the whole school knew to some
AKA the most hated subject, at least in the US. I don't know if it's like that internationally, but I know in the US, math is the most hated subject.
degree. Like they've been receiving tips about this for a while. One tip that the school received was, hello, I hope you're doing well. I'm writing to share a concern regarding Miss Beck and a student that I believe warrants your attention. My sister, redacted, who is a student, has mentioned feeling uncomfortable about Miss Beck's interactions with Alex. She has observed and heard about several instances that seem inappropriate, including frequent communication, text between Miss Beck and Alex via Snapchat. Miss Beck gives Alex a Christmas gift while not giving anything to other teammates. Miss Beck and Alex have been seen in a vehicle together. My sister and other students have noticed this behavior but are hesitant to report it due to the fear of being labeled as a snitch. There also seems to be a reluctance to speak up due to the stigma.
No, situations like this, screw the whole word about snitching or whatever. Not like that. This is serious. You can't let something like this just happen or continue on, especially if there's favoritism going on in the classroom where this teacher is passing this student for no reason. He's not even showing up. He's not even doing any of his homework, and is getting marked perfect attendance and is getting an A in all of his assignments because the teacher is handling all that. No. I would actually say something. Who cares about the whole snitching thing?
Grounding a male student in this type of situation. While my sister is unwilling
If
to
you're gonna do all that for one student, you might as well do that for everyone.
provide further details, I believe other students may be able to share more information if approached. I understand this is a serious concern, and I trust that the school will handle it and the appropriate discretion and urgency will be applied. Please let me know if there's anything further I can do. Thank you for your time. Best regards.
So did school do anything? Like, is there anybody spoken out?
Yes, the principal did reach out to Haley and stated Haley denied any of the accusations but was receptive to the feedback. So they basically just tell Haley, hey, don't be so inappropriate with the kids. Don't act like their friend.
Oh my god, you're just giving her like the typical smack or pat on the back like, hey, don't do that. That's a no. It's something that you tell a dog. Like how you tell a dog to sit, roll over and all that. That's what these people did with Mrs. Beck. They said, hey, don't do that. Like that's gonna make her want to stop doing what she's doing.
It's not
Give me
even
a break.
what the tip is. It's not even like,
Give me
oh,
a
she's
break.
being inappropriate. So There's a lot of anger in Arizona right now against the school board.
You think they know they just choose not to do anything?
Yeah. I think they choose not to do anything because it likely causes a lot of scandal.
It does.
And when you're dealing
And they don't
with
want to deal with all
this
that.
Centennial High School seems like a heavy football school. And if
Yeah, and they're known for and for the whole football influence and them exposing all this for the whole world to hear. I mean, it's crazy because now everyone already knows, including myself. They're now their whole reputation is now tarnished because of teachers grooming their students. But while before they were just known as having probably the best football team.
If you ever go to like a football heavy high school, it's just really they act like they're part of the fucking NFL. I don't know how to describe it, and I do think that there is some
They do give off that
understanding
vibe
to
because
that
I was
in the sense
when she was showing off the website, it said scheduled for a tour or whatever and all. I'm like, what? I don't know of no high school that has all that stuff on their website.
of like a lot of these kids, they do start their entire NFL career in high school, obviously, but the way that they don't want any sort of scandal involving their athletic teams. And I think if
That's
there is a
wild to me.
victim of a teacher, it doesn't look good with all the parents.
Yeah.
I think it's easier for the school board to ignore it. And this is exactly how receptive to feedback Haley Beck was. Haley Beck messages Alex that she's in a teacher's group chat with Angela Berlacca and the other teachers, and she texts, "In a group with Berlacca for our meeting feels so wrong." Alex laughs at the message because she's likely referencing the fact that she saw Angela Berlacca's videos that were sent to Alex. But she's almost acting like, oh, your ex-girlfriend's in the room with me. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah.
What do you mean? The other predator is in the room with you, also a predator? And you're going to tell the victim that and that you feel weird about it? Later, word spreads
Get
about a
outta
potential
here.
investigation into Berlacca. Haley messages Alex, like, what am I supposed to do about this right now? If I don't provide later, like, you can call me lame. And he's like, deal. So the provide, we're going to get to that context later. But she's like, kind of freaking out. Delete everything about me in your phone, probably. I don't think it's about you, though. So she's saying, like, I'm freaking out about this investigation. And the victim is like, delete everything about me in your phone, probably. I don't think it's about you, though. I think Miss B is in some shit, and they're trying to get me in for questioning. Haley Beck is saying, everything has been deleted. You do the same. But let me know what it's about. I'm nervous. I have no clue. I think she just got caught up with some other kids, and they said my name, and it got brought up.
Are these texts?
She's freaking dumb as hell though for thinking that these messages are still just gonna be permanently deleted when they can just resurface them. Stupid.
Some of these are Snapchat. Yeah. I have something to give you also. Okay, so as long as it's about her, I just got an email about Berlacca. What's the email about? Haley screenshots the email about Angela Berlacca being placed on administrative leave. Haley then asks, I wonder who said something. Are you gonna have to call the police? Just don't text me right now. They can eat a dick. I don't know anything at all. Okay, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what's going on. All right, well, I hope you're not like weird with me or something, but okay.
Wait.
There is an investigation going on into Angela Berlacca, and
Yeah.
Haley Beck is worried about him being weird with her, like
Yeah.
pulling away from her.
What is going on in her head?
He's the one that's like, delete everything, like,
Yeah,
get a grip.
yeah, exactly.
He's like, nah, just try not to create any new situations. I mean, you see this shit in front of your face. Like, just wanting to be like updated about your stuff, really. Like, yeah, this is like a you and me thing, though. Not that
No.
it's right, but others were involved with her, so no need to get automatically standoffish with me, though. He goes on to state that
What?
the police, quote, they showed up at my door banging on it at 6 a.m. on the first day of school and fucked up every plan we had up there. Didn't get to talk to any coaches or any people or anything. Wait, what? They came to your house? I gotta go. Delete this shit. You're being weird, but okay.
Yo, my jaw is on the ground.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Bro, I'm just disturbed right now. Like, what is this? Ugh. Oh god, bro, I even got the chills. I even got the chills.
If you were to redact both names in the messages, it's hard to say which ones are Haley Beck and which ones are the victim, because at times it appears the victim seems to have a stronger grip on reality and the circumstances, and that's not excusing anything for Haley Beck. That's just emphasizing how perverted everything is.
Yes,
Even the victim is more
exactly.
aware of the happenings and what the implications could be,
But-
rather than Haley, the perpetrator.
It's so crazy how the victim is aware of the consequences. Meanwhile, the freaking predator is over here oblivious, and it's just wanting to ask questions. And just be like, oh, are we good? You're not wooing me, are you? It's stupid.
And somehow it all gets worse, exponentially worse, with all the other messages between Haley Beck and her student.
Rotten mango. Oh god, man.
It doesn't
Yeah,
happen
this
all
is
the
so
time, but
chilling.
when it does, it is usually a highly coordinated event to go to the movies. You have to make sure you're in the right parking lot, you have the right tickets, the right seat, and then when you're done watching the movie, you have to make sure that your eyes quickly adjust to the sunlight outside before you call your partner. Because they're at the house going through everything. Your partner is going through the trash, the laundry baskets. It is invasive, but that is exactly how you carry out a search warrant. Haley is at the movies with one of her girlfriends, age-appropriate girlfriends, when one of the cops are searching her entire apartment. When she gets back, she's asking, well, can I go into the apartment and grab some water?
Wait, it's like a secret search or?
It's a search warrant, so they typically don't want the target inside the house.
Oh, so they told her to leave.
No, they were just scouting. So one partner is in the car watching Haley, driving around, following her. She goes into the movies,
Wow, just
and
following
the other
them.
partner is at Haley's house. They get in through management, and they're searching the entire apartment.
So they don't even need to tell her. It's like
They do need to tell her when she gets back.
But they can search first and
Yeah.
then tell her?
Wow.
Yeah, so they get back, and Haley is grabbing water. You know, they're trying to watch her so that she's not touching anything. She's just at the kitchen sink. And that's when not Haley, but her friend that she went to the movies with, turns to one of the cops and says, "Hey, you were sitting behind us at the movies." And that's how you execute a search warrant.
Did she get caught by shock, or is this already in the midst of this investigation she's aware of?
She's aware of Angela Berlacca being investigated, but I don't think that she knew that she was being investigated.
So this is a total surprise.
Yeah. To her, because
Yeah.
I think that she is...
She thought everything was good. She wanted to maintain this relationship,
Yeah,
or whatever.
I think it's a shock to her because she has nothing in that mind of hers other than predatory intentions. But with someone who might have had a few more neurons, they would not be surprised.
Right. So she came home. She's like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
police just went."
Wow.
Exactly.
Okay.
And she's like, "Okay, well, let me talk to the officers." And she says,
Wow.
"No, my relationship with the student Alex has been strictly professional." She did connect with him over Instagram over the summer because she just felt like he was in a weird place.
I'm lost
Some
for
context
words.
to note.
I'm honestly just lost for words. I don't know what to say about all this. This is just downright unsettling.
From Centennial High School in Arizona to a separate high school in San Diego, California. And this was already planned before the
Lord have
investigation, but it
mercy.
does get ramped
Not
up
San
because of the
Diego.
investigation. And I believe from the police report and all of the other little nuggets of information that we're getting from other parents, it seems like he was doing the transfer because it would increase his chances of getting scouted for, I don't know, college football or something of that sort. So she connected with him over Instagram over the summer, and she just thought that he was in a weird place about transferring to a new school in California, so she wanted to be there for him. And according to the police report, quote, Haley said she felt like she and Alex had a good student-teacher relationship, and he felt comfortable talking about issues with her. Haley said that she and Alex did not follow each other on Instagram, but that Alex was giving her a heads up about leaving. And quote, Haley told me her brother has a significant following on social media. It's just like so random. The officer
Why?
writes, I had conducted
What was
research
Vaughn
prior to
telling him
speaking
that?
with Haley and learned Haley's brother, Noah Beck, is a high-income social media...
And you are aware that you telling him that makes you more of a liability because of what you're doing. You know, considering that your sick stuff got around, now people are looking at Noah Beck as if, you know, he's a predator. It's a bad image and look for him because of what you did. Oh crap. I accidentally muted it.
reported to have 33.5 million followers on TikTok, 7.8 million followers on Instagram, and
Stupid.
over 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube. Noah has a reported net worth to be anywhere between $3 to $6 million as of 2024.
That's just
Noah
horrible.
was listed in Forbes 30 under 30 social media in 2023. The police report reads, next, I told Haley I had received information that there had been complaints about other staff and students about Haley's relationship with Alex. I provided examples of hearing about inappropriate messages and being seen together in public. I asked Haley if there was any truth to any of these accusations. Haley said that she would go to away football games with other staff members to support the team. She denied any times intentionally meeting up with Alex in public. She provided examples of randomly seeing Alex
Bullshit.
at
We all
local
know it's
restaurants, but
BS.
was never a planned meeting. Haley said Alex's residence is a few blocks from her parents' house. She described an incident where she was walking her dog while house sitting for her parents and happened to see Alex. Haley denied ever trying to seek Alex out.
What would be the chances of that now? What would be the chances of that? Oh God, that look on her face. It's
Or
creepy.
make any type of
That
plan to
shit's
meet up with
creepy.
him. Further,
That
it
is
reads,
creeping me out.
when asked why allegations of an inappropriate relationship between Haley and Alex would be made against her, she chuckled and said she had a few ideas. Haley said Alex is a
Few
very sociable
ideas?
person and popular at school. He is, quote, good with his words, and she has seen it in action when Alex talks to girls in class. Haley continued and said the previous semester Alex's attendance was poor. She had voiced to Alex, and he said that going to college was important to him. So Haley helped Alex with his attendance by opening up her classroom to him after school to make up for his attendance. She felt because of this, the rumors started about Alex and Haley. She said that she is equally close to her soccer students, but because they're girls, that's not talked about. She has confided in other teachers and was told, yeah, younger teachers go through this. She also just like casually brings up a lot of students go to the pool at her apartment complex, so they would know where she lives, which sounds very convenient. I told Haley that it had been brought up during the investigation. There was a video of Haley performing oral sex on Alex, and I asked if that were true. Haley adamantly denies and said absolutely not. Like, that is one thing I would say 100% deny. She said it was insane that this would even be alleged. I then asked Haley if there was ever a sexual relationship with Alex before or after he turned 18, and she said no.
This is
Haley was
crazy.
adamant Alex
This is
has never come to her
wild.
apartment, and she has never had a relationship outside of a student-teacher relationship. I'm still unsure exactly how many times someone has to be bonked on the head to get to the point where they truly believe that they can delete shit off their devices, but I think the number is low considering...
Yeah, it's a low ass number because a lot of people believe that once they delete it, it's gone. And no, that's not how it works. So, Stephanie, I'll gladly do the honors to give them a bonk if I could. I'll be bonk! But
how many people are under this
yeah,
impression
there's a lot of
that out of
stupid
sight,
people.
out of mind. Okay, surely if it doesn't show up on my end of the screen, police can't find it. In the span of 1.5 months, there are 4,000 messages between Haley, Beck, and Alex. Haley Beck is a teacher. Alex is still a student. Yes, he's 18 years old, but honestly, in my book, that means nothing. He's still her student. She's in the position of power. It doesn't matter that he's 18. It's stated in the police report that these messages started when he was 16 years old. Although most of the messages included in the police report are when he's 18.
Horrible.
But they started when he was
Horrible.
16. Here is pretty much every single message detailed in the 200-page police report. And though Haley Beck has not been arrested nor charged with anything as of right now, I feel, based off the messages, that crimes have been committed. We will just have to see if charges are pressed, but here are text messages with strong evidentiary value. I will note that some messages are missing context. I'm excluding the parts that seem irrelevant and then filling in some contextual gaps as we go. But one message thread reads, and this is Haley trying to find a way to meet up with Alex, which seems to be something that she consistently does. She is always the one trying to see him, meet up with him, initiating plans to see him. She texts, well, are we like picking up drive-thru? Like, what's the vibe? I don't got all day. I gotta get ready to leave at 7 a.m. tomorrow, but probably like a car mukbang. And then the police report is like detailing what a mukbang is. And then he just requests money, which she sends the requested amount, which it's unclear how much this time, but it's always like $20 or $30 each time. But it adds up very quickly, like I said. Haley sends him the money, and then she texts, you know, you could always just get your nut off with me.
Like doing it?
Yeah. And when he tells her that she's sick, because she's sick in the head, she says, God forbid a girl offer her services. You're not a girl, you're a 27-year-old woman and a teacher who would probably be better off behind bars. But he responds, you're funny. But I'm also serious. Just call me if you're feeling crazy. He laughs at her message, maybe tonight. Or we could keep it PG and get froyo, but like, you know, all it takes is me just driving to you, so. Yep, I'll see.
Oh,
I feel
no,
bad,
she's
but I want to
sick.
go to the dispo.
She's sick.
The dispo is like a marijuana dispensary. But I can't because I have a dinner right now and I have to pack and shit still, so it's going to be closed by the time that I can leave. So I'm asking you if you can go for me and just like pick that shit up, then I'll hit you when I'm done with dinner. Yeah, I can do that. What? Do you want me to like grab something from Dispo and then come to you? I'm still here at Sushi downtown, so that buys you some time. No, don't come straight here. Wait till I text you. Don't text me though.
Is marijuana legal there?
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's
a
crazy.
teacher buying.
Holy.
Yeah, just get another like M-fused, any flavor to be honest. Don't text. I'll text you later. Just stay at my place. I'll drive you to the airport tomorrow. Joking. Loki might ask you to. Whatevs, I'm on my way now. If you don't hear from me in 15, send a search party because I probably crashed from falling asleep. Then he sends, go down the street behind mine and come from the other side to my house, like the back part where the two streets connect.
Yo.
If you can't, just let me know and I'm a dip. Okay, come to house. I did. So she's not only grooming him, she's providing him funds and marijuana, likely to continue her sick control over him. And throughout the text messages, you're going to see many moments where he tries to
Where she's over here just trying to take advantage of him when he's under the influence.
turn her down or subtly turns her down without outright saying no.
Man.
Because again, this is a situation where
This
she
is
has all the power,
crazy.
but she doesn't get it. Or in my opinion, she doesn't care.
She doesn't
keeps
care at
coercing
all.
him to meet
She's
up with
forcing
him.
it.
In another instance, she's texting Alex, gotta catch me today before my period starts tomorrow, I think. He dislikes it, to which Haley the predator gets offended. Why did you thumbs that down, the fuck? I won't be seeing you today unless you pick me up from the airport and just devour my shit. I thought I can't since you have to go get your dad. They text back and forth, coordinating this airport pickup, and Haley the predator decides to ask the very pertinent question of, I don't know how I'm supposed to, quote, devour you if I'm driving and dropping you off. At the crib, out front. Ugh, it's so sus doing it during the day. But okay, whatever you say. Come inside.
Oh, bro, no, man, no, bro. What is this? What is this? This is not okay.
Not chill, like car it
Let's
is.
continue this.
If no one was home, then yeah, preferably that. But I guess I'll settle for being a rebellious teen. So she's saying that she was willing to do it in the car in the middle of the day. And Alex is laughing at this. And I think it's one of the reasons that this case has, again, gone so viral, especially through the messages, is the fact that the victim in real time calls her out on her predatory behavior, and she does not care.
She just does not
and
care
I don't want to say
at
delusional
all.
because that almost gives her
There's no
pass.
empathy.
She's just disgusting and won't let... Yeah, she's just disgusting.
Simply.
Alex
Simple
points out to
way.
Haley, the teacher.
Best words to describe Haley. Just disgusting. Disgusting, disturbed individual.
Yep, just like always, a big kid stuck in high school, f***ing a high schooler. Crazy, the world we live in, am I right?
Damn,
Haley,
he said that.
yeah. And this is, okay, I don't want to like psychoanalyze people, right? But I think this is a situation where clearly the victim is, he knows he's not in a position of power. He even rants to his girlfriend that if he stops texting Haley Beck, she might fail his class.
She might fail.
And then he probably would lose his scholarship, like his...
So it's like in a sense he's in a cage. So he kind of has to entertain her for the time being up until he graduates, just so she doesn't try pulling the plug on him the last minute, ruining his chances on getting into the football team and also getting into college. So yeah, I understand that. So yeah, in that situation, he is a victim. He is. Damn, man, this is fucked up. Like, it's also his fault for not showing up to class and doing his work and doing all the stuff he needs to where, you know, like all this, it just could have easily been prevented and avoided, man. Wow.
Higher future. And I think him being mean to her is not him being mean. If you've been kidnapped and you're mean to your kidnapper, does it suddenly mean that you were in the position of power? Haley responds, like, why are you complaining and making me feel bad? Like, you're getting basically a relationship out of me without the arguments and constant need for commitment and reassurance, so you're welcome. Alex thumbs up the message and responds, not necessarily complaining, clutch, sugar mama for real, porn star, all the perks for real, cars, hotel, even the apartment, what a gal. Yeah, and all the while you have a girlfriend on the side, but at least you know that I'm not going to start with arguments with you randomly. Like, I don't know if this is supposed to be a compliment or offensive. Compliment. You're just not in a porn star body, that's all. Alex then likes the comment that he has a girlfriend on the side, and he responds, I live a wild life, what can I say? And he responds to Haley saying that at least she doesn't start arguments with him randomly, to which Alex responds, cap. And Haley's response is, and there's the insult. Is it really an insult if it's just a fact?
What is wrong with her?
So is this you admitting you have a girlfriend? Because if that's the case, I'm not doing nothing with you.
What is wrong with her?
I don't have a a girlfriend for real. Okay, thank you. I really hope you aren't trolling me though, because weirdly, like, that is when I would cut everything off. Like, us being cool, just like my physical and money services. So I hope you aren't lying just to keep it. More on the money part later, but she's talking about her services, and Alex laughs at the message and he responds, "Nah, for sure. I mean, if I was 27 and I had a boyfriend that was a cop," she's dating a cop, allegedly.
What?
"While I'm breaking the
Wait,
law."
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
And where is he in all of
Wow.
we don't know. Probably not.
Seriously, yeah. Where is all? Yeah, like, where is he? This wasn't even mentioned at all prior.
this? Mind blown. That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
And you're dating a
And he
cop.
points it out. He's like, I mean, if I was 27 and I had a boyfriend that was, in caps, a cop, while I'm breaking the law with my student, I'd probably be conservative with my services as well. But I don't know. I don't have any insight. That's just a thought. Then later in messages, Haley messages that she's just about 20 minutes away, which is, quote, not too bad to go see him. And she says,
And she just
"So
does
when you
not give
leave
a
the
fuck.
gym,
She's
I'll
still
leave."
proceeding.
He's like, "I just left."
She is
Okay,
still
so should I
proceeding.
leave? "I'm just trying to get my dick sucked, so you let me know." "Yeah, so I can leave. I'll be there in like 20. All right. Like 5.
And then in just in my mind, how is Alex's girlfriend just like okay with this? That is my question.
Away.
Does she
Do you want
even
me to pull up
know?
in front of your house? A little before, not in a light. So like not at the light, I guess. Be there in 2. Literally, I was already like walked out fresh out of the shower, and as soon as I get downstairs, the sharpest pain in my stomach ever, straight bubble guts. So he's saying like his stomach hurts.
This is the same thread? Okay.
It's unclear if she met up with him and assaulted him, but I don't know how much clearer the messages can be that something has at least on multiple occasions occurred. But there are further messages where they're making more plans to meet up once more, and of course it's always Haley initiating. "Let me know if you need me tomorrow during your tattoo time, because I'm gonna be in Scottsdale. Then I have to make my way back over here by 6 for Pilates. But then after, if you're not doing anything, we can get froyo. My period started, so I have an excuse." She then quickly messages, "But good thing I can still use my mouth," which Alex laughs at her message.
No.
In another thread of messages, Haley is talking about eating, and she says, "No, for real, I can't wait to put this burrito in my mouth." Alex responds, "Wow, want to put something else in your mouth?" I mean, yeah, dumb
Bro,
question.
okay,
All right,
okay,
for sure.
okay,
Let me know when you're outside.
okay.
"Nah, I wish, but I'm staying at my friend's tonight. That's why I'm saying tomorrow." Lame. I know, bummer. "What are you doing tomorrow?" "Take your 30-year-old ass home. What are you still having sleepovers for?" Shaking my damn head. "I'm hungry. Fuck, my house is empty. I'm gonna go to sleep." Like, he's again calling her out, like, you're fucking 30. Like, I don't think this is aggression about a sleepover. It's just like,
Yeah.
and she's like, "'Cause I drank and I'm being responsible. I'm about to smoke a selfie." I don't know what that means, okay, but here we go. "Brother, what are you doing tomorrow? I'll suck your dick then." You're gonna pass out. I don't know yet, okay? I know, after I eat this burrito, I'm gonna pass out. Okay, well, add me to your...
How can Stephanie just read all these messages with just like nonchalantly? Like, this is cringe inducing. Like, this is weird hearing all this. Like, what is this?
plans. If I get an opening, I should. Oh, cut it. You don't know what you're doing, but you're saying that if you get an opening, okay, interesting. Like, prioritize me if you want my mouth around your D.
Oh my god.
And she spells it out, but even the police are getting dumbfounded on how to label these messages, with the description of this text thread just being, quote, "In these messages, Haley and Alex have a conversation about the Kesha concert Haley attended, and there is reference about Haley performing oral sex, and Haley blatantly tells Alex she will suck your dick tomorrow." In another set of messages, Haley offers to come see Alex and help him turn his brain off, to which he responds quite vulgarly, "And just get my balls licked." Sure, if that's what you want. Balls licked, sucked, let's run it. I don't even... But like, come now if you're at all available, or just confirm you'll come at 11 so I know to stay up, LOL, before I get too tired to perform well. In another message, Alex states outright disturbingly...
I know Stephanie's husband is just like standing there just... I know Stephanie's husband is just sitting there just with his mouth wide open, not believing what the fuck is being said right now. What the hell is being read out loud? He's just like, no, bruh. I'm over here envisioning that freaking Patrick Star meme from the SpongeBob movie where his just mouth is just on a jaw. That is what I'm envisioning her husband right now.
Bro, you blow my every chance you get. Taylor,
Wow.
Alex's girlfriend, tells the police. Again, Haley would just always send money, and it was so random. Alex figured that he could take it to his advantage because then he wouldn't need a part-time job and he could focus on football. So he would just text things to Haley like, hey, you want to get me a pizza? And Haley would just like promptly send over $30. If Alex was leaving campus for lunch, Haley would give him her card to buy lunch. Alex's girlfriend Taylor would state that there was at least one instance where Haley Beck sent Alex money only if he, quote, come over and watch a movie with me. It's unclear to Taylor if he ever went to watch a movie, but like, it was weird. And it's pretty clear to authorities that it doesn't just seem like Haley Beck used her power imbalance over Alex. She also seemingly tried to control him with her money. And again, it's easy for someone to say, oh, well, the victim could have easily just gotten a part-time job and like they didn't want to do this because they wanted the money and they didn't want to cut it off. That's not true at all. There are multiple instances where Alex tells his girlfriend that he's worried that if he cuts off Haley Beck, that she's going to retaliate. And in any situation, regardless of their age, it's not unnatural for victims to then start thinking, well, at least I can try and get something out of this situation, because it's easier for our brains to process that than it is to process abuse. There are messages between Haley and Alex is texting her, are you going to be daily allowance service for this trip? So I'm not sure what trip it is. It could be like an away game, family vacation, but Haley is not attending, and Alex inquires, do we set a benchmark or do I just ask by the item? Like, what are we thinking here? Haley sends him a photo of a phone game with the words, have you ever played this game? I feel like you would like it. And then she responds to him, this sounds like an official business deal. I don't know about deal, more about communication. Yeah, communication is always good. Don't get too crazy with the demands, but I'm sure we can work something out. LMAO, nothing you haven't seen before, probably just when I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat probably at this connection in Houston. So I think he's talking about a layover. It's fun, referring to the game. Anyways, go get some food.
What the
He
fuck?
requests money, Haley sends the money, and she also sends a picture of her neck. She appears to be outside tanning, and her neck is exposed, and her head is tilted to one side, and there's like a red mark on her neck. Yeah, and he writes, oh goodness, you're gonna have skin cancer. Haley responds, I'm talking about the hickey. He doesn't seem to care much, okay? At all. Then in another conversation soon after, Alex texts Haley, hey, sugar mommy, nice to hear from you at the perfect time. Look at you being telepathically connected to me. Haley laughs at the message, but she responds, you better suck up right now because I cried myself to sleep last night because you didn't say love you back. I also decided I don't like the title.
Over here talking like an obsessive girlfriend, even though, like, bro, it's what the fuck is this, man? Nah, she's crazy.
Of sugar mommy, it makes me feel used. Alex responds, oh gosh, what title do you prefer? Crybaby? Watch it. I'm just being dramatic. I didn't cry, but I was visibly shocked. I prefer like
weird.
darling or doll, always suffices. I fell asleep, big whoop, and then he requests money. And he writes, sugar baby requesting money from doll-face sugar mama. Later, Haley Beck texts, if I cut you off from the money benefit from all of this, I really fear you would never speak to me. I don't know if we should try to find out. Is that a threat? I think you would miss me for just like a little bit. But enjoy your expensive Fort Lauderdale pregnant lady beach tacos. I don't know what that, like, I
What
guess
the hell does
hot
that
tacos
even
from
mean?
Fort Lauderdale. He responds,
Mind you, a 27-year-old talking like this. A 27-year-old talking like this.
that he probably would miss her.
Give me a
And then
break.
she responds, no, I was just thinking of like how we started off. Literally nothing to do with money. How did we get to this point? Man. Back then, like, you liked me for me and not my bank. You also sometimes like me for something that doesn't...
I don't think he ever liked you, period. You groomed him. You forced all this onto him.
even require money, but obviously no can do right now. He responds, no, whatever you was doing the other night with your tongue, don't let that get out of your inventory for real. Keep that in your back pocket ready to go. The text messages between Haley and Alex have obviously gone viral, with netizens wanting Haley Beck to get a freaking grip because of how humiliating the interactions are. Generally, the messages could be classified as pathetic if they were not so predatory. Like, there's this one part where Haley threatens to cut off...
It's straight up just pathetic, though. And it's downright just embarrassing, and it just makes her look... it just makes her look horrible. Like, she's not only a predator, but she's just downright just a fucking... Like, she's... I can't say it. She's pathetic. She's just downright pathetic. You're 27 over here talking like you're his age. Like what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life?
Off the abuse, she's like, oh, well, you're never gonna see me again. And he responds, when I visit home, I'm coming to beat them cheeks up. And
You know, they like to say that after you turn a certain age, like after you're like 21, they say that age is no more than just a number. But you know, yeah, in that sense, yeah, it's true if you're both grown adults in that situation. But it boggles me that there are people that are in their 40s, their 50s. It doesn't even matter how old, but their mind is still stuck in the past, as if they're in high school, and that just does not like make sense to me at all. And some of these people, they got families, they got kids. Over here talking like this, it's crazy. It's honestly just crazy.
And she says, I smiled, but then I said, ew. And he calls her a freak. He's like, freak. And she's responding, if my was weak, then what's the point even? Cry me a river. When are you gonna visit home? Like, no need for me to cry. I'll just S your D, and then you can shut the fuck up about it. One netizen comments, the way she keeps trying to convince herself
Yeah,
he's into
even
her,
she's
and he
grossed
just
out
makes it
now.
abundantly
Just
clear that he
cringed out.
isn't. In another text
I'm
message
freaking
that Haley
cringing
sent,
just
I'm
hearing
glad you
this.
still refer to me as your sugar mama. I thought my services were being retired. Yup, you're my lifelong side piece. I'm gonna get sick of
Side
side piece
piece.
eventually. I'll need an upgraded title. 8 hours of meetings today. I'm gonna kill myself. Well, that's not my decision. What do you mean? You're the old lady here. If you seek a relationship your age, I can't be anything than your side piece. You're playing with fire, not me. You think I'll still fuck with you even when I'm in a relationship? 100% dick to fire. I was gonna ask if you'd still fuck with me if you weren't.
She no doubt will, man. She no doubt will because she's stuck in that freaking mentality, and she's
One, but you literally did.
God, man.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been locked in a relationship, but technically I am.
Fucking idiot.
So I guess you could say that. I don't really care, to be honest. I cheat. You are? Like, again? She's like so concerned he's in a relationship. When I come home, I'm gonna see her for sure. She's like a sloth on a tree. She's not letting go. Later, Haley sends him the song "Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored" by Ariana Grande.
Whoa.
To which Alex responds,
To
Jesus
manipulate
Christ.
and get into his mind.
Kiki, oh, relax, live a little. One comment about these exchanges reads, she gives major unpopular girl in high school that had a glow up and is trying to recreate their high school experience vibes. It's embarrassing. So there was this whole conversation online about Haley Beck either being a loser in high school who wants to try and live out her high school dreams now that she's in the position of power so she could actually force the cool high school students to do whatever she wanted. But as a high school loser, that's not true, okay? So all the high school losers are standing up and we're like, we would never set foot in another high school again. Like, usually people who were losers in high school will never become a high school teacher. Because you have so many, like, traumatic memories. Like, okay, sure, maybe they're not that traumatic, but in your mind, it was so developmentally traumatic. You're like, when I see high schoolers, I'm like, I'm getting traumatic flashbacks. I gotta go.
Oh my goodness.
No one wants that. And then people start digging up Haley Beck's high school life. She was apparently very popular in high school.
Really?
She was prom royalty. She was dating an athlete. She always hung out with the pop.
Oh, really? She was, huh? Well, I wonder what led her to go down the path of talking to minors and talking crazy like this.
Their kids. She was allegedly a bit of a pick-me who liked to think that she was the main character, which seems very evident based off the messages she's sending. But comments about that read, peaked in high school and reliving the glory days is actually...
Yeah, exactly. That was what I was looking for. She's the definition of someone who peaked in high school, but then when reality struck and kicked in, she started reminiscing and wanted to relive the moments of being in high school because she peaked high and she fell off when she became an adult. And that's why she's over here talking to Alex like this. Which, again, it's disgusting and wrong.
Worse than the loser from high school trying to be popular. If she weren't a child predator, I would pity her. Another comment reads, this was always my assumption. I don't know anyone who was unpopular in high school that wants to go back and relive it. Usually those are for people who peaked in high school. And Haley is, it's gonna get worse.
She ruined
She's gonna
herself.
go to the Post Malone concert.
Ruined herself.
Haley Beck is. And she tells Alex that she's going to give him $5 for every compliment. And she sends him a photo of her outfit.
Wait, just like compliment me on my photo right now.
Yeah. Haley sends a mirror selfie. She's wearing black boots, blue shorts, a black sleeveless shirt, and like a brown white trucker style hat. It's taken in what appears to be her bedroom, and she sends it with the words, "Posty fit check. One compliment gets you $5 gas money." And he says, "Well, I'm gonna have to shell out about 5 compliments. Better start now." "Well, no, now they're forced. I don't want them anymore." "It's too late." He responds, "I think your boots are very fitting. They proportion well on your legs. Plus $5. I think your top is cute because of the fray lacy look. Plus $5. I think the hat is fire. Plus $5. Okay, belt. I see that. Plus $5. And I like your hair straight. Boom. Just like that. The saddest $25 ever. Haley responds,
The saddest and most pathetic $5 I've ever heard in my life.
"Was that hard for you? Be honest." She responds specifically to the compliment about her shirt, about the frayed lacy look. She says, "You should have seen me in the last time I wore this shirt. This shit was tight on me." Crazy. He does not care. He's just like, "Cough it up." He literally says, "Cough it up." You know, just "you look good" would have sufficed. "Why the hell are you driving 72 miles tonight?" She's asking him because he's like talking about how he has to drive.
Weird,
And he's
man.
like, "You said 5, okay? Bro, because I have to go to this dumb youth camp at North High and then go to
Oh
Anthem
my
to sleep before I
goodness.
leave for tomorrow morning. Sleepover in Anthem? Don't forget to come get me." Just kidding. That is
She's
where I
not
will
kidding.
be.
She's not kidding.
Maybe. She sends him $25 Apple Pay with the reason compliments. And she says, "The concert won't end until like 11ish. I would feel bad making you come get me." "Yeah, I'll be asleep." Okay, well, see you never. I was gonna make you drive to get me drunky snacks." And she sends a photo of like 2 Twisted Tea cans, so I guess they're alcoholic beverages. And she talks to him about going to Anthem so that she can eat Alex. And she texts him later, "Come pick me up. I'm literally pulling up to my grandma's." "Tanger outlets, I want to hang." And he says, "I'm overly far." "Well, what is there to do in Anthem?" "Nah, you gotta go to sleep." And he's like talking about where he's gotta drive to next. And so she's like,
So
there's nothing we can do about it
invasive.
tonight." And he's like, "I mean, I guess you could
She is so invasive too.
Uber here." And she's like, "Anthem ain't too far. I'll let you in. To your grandpa's? And then in the morning you can drive my car home." "What can I do at your grandpa's for real? I'm capable of driving, not gonna
Oh
lie.
my goodness.
Then my car is stuck out here." And then in reference to like, what is she gonna do at grandpa's? He's like, "LOL, eat me. I don't know." "Well, yeah, duh. But like, what about your grandpa? He's almost 70. He'll be asleep." "Okay, but like, be so realistic right now. Is me pulling up weird? And by the time I get to you, it'll be late."
You pulling up on him in the past is weird. Everything about you, what you're doing, how you're texting him, everything that you're doing with him is weird. How do you not understand that?
But like, I want to. She complains nonstop in these messages about being a so-called sugar mama, aka a predator. But when Alex says he's going to be less available, Haley responds, "No, like, I know you have stuff to do and people to see, but don't forget about your sugar mama." Over this man
Oh, and still likes being called sugar mama, even though making a big deal talking about, oh, nah, I want you to change it up a bit.
of 3 months, June, July, and August of last year, she sent him $630.
That's insane.
And one of the transactions, Haley writes into the transaction that this money exchange feels like straight prostitution. And netizens are just commenting about this compliment chat thread. It's gone viral. Some people are saying he's funny, not gonna lie. This is so sad for her. He definitely ChatGPT'd the compliments. Like, why is he kind of iconic? And then some people are saying none of this is remotely funny, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't laugh at a single thing. I didn't laugh at a single thing regarding to the compliments, or just really just the interaction in general. I only laughed just because of the reaction from Stephanie and her husband. That's the only thing I found remotely funny about this whole thing. But just this whole case is not funny.
Others are just saying,
It's
if
just
I were her,
it's
I
just
would never show my face in
pathetic.
public again. It's gotten to the point where netizens are wondering whether or not Haley Beck has some sort of humiliation interest, which is nothing that would be wrong with that if it was between two consenting adult individuals and not a teacher and a student. But it's the messages are just so humiliating for Haley Beck that netizens have started wondering if that's something she's into. Other text messages
What do you mean start wondering if that's what she's really into? Given what she said in them texts, yeah, she's into it. She's into all that crazy, nasty stuff.
between Alex and another male student have been included in this police report, which I know why the police included it, because it's very evident that there was sexual interactions, aka crime, that occurred between Alex and Haley Beck. And Alex has told another student about it. But I also think it's included because fuck you, Haley Beck. Fuck you, Haley Beck, okay?
Yeah, fuck you.
Alex's friend asks him, how is it having your teacher eat the
Nasty fuck.
easy, laid there. Then she was like sweating on me and shit. Her belly was smacking my belly. And the friend responds, fat bitch. To which Alex responds back, fat ass bitch. And then I had to get up and she was like, me like this. And she just wanted to lay there. So I crushed it for like 2 minutes and then came all over her face. And then booted her and went to sleep. That was a crazy sight to see. Whole face covered in my kids. Literally, she said she couldn't see because it got in her eyes. I started giggling. I will say these are not
disgusting.
Appropriate ways to talk about any sort of interactions, but that's not really the crime here. One student told officers that
Yeah, it's unironically, it's sadly not, but you know, it's still disgusting.
she once heard Alex straight up call Haley Beck fat, and she could just tell Haley Beck liked it based on her reaction.
What?
Yeah, there was like a small snippet in the police report, and it just seems like she's just weird.
She's also
has
into
a really
she's also into toxic traits too, given on how she reacts and talks. On top of all this, she likes being verbally abused, and I don't know, physically abused potentially.
alarming obsession with Alex's age.
But that's honestly besides the point at this
she
point.
She texts him that she was going to ask Alex to come over to her place again sometime, but quote, unless you found others to do that stuff for you now, apparently. I knew it was going to happen, to be honest. Like, you chose to be the nice guy. There's no compromise in breakups, but somehow she's still going to do the same shit. Like, do it now when you have the opportunity to be the one that didn't do anything wrong, or else the cycle will just keep going. But your life, do you? I just feel like you were so ready to be done. She's just encouraging him to break up with his age-appropriate girlfriend over and over again. And then she messages things like, hopefully you still enjoy me sucking your dick, so let me know when you want that. To which he laughs at the message and responds, got it. I feel like the things are going to change between us when the school year starts again. In another text thread, Haley texts, I need approximately a 1-day break from essing your D. My throat is not well. He says, you can have until Monday. Now, I can go as early as Saturday. I'm a champ. Gotta get it out of my system before you leave for Cali. In another thread, she says, night-night, hit me tomorrow for brekkie, lunch, dinner, movie, a suck, you name it. I'm a free bird tomorrow. And like, these messages are so bad. Some netizens are commenting that she was victimized by the victim, which I don't think is true. I hope that that's a very dark joke based off the text messages.
Oh my goodness.
Others are saying he tried so hard.
And it somehow just gets worse from here.
Not to be a victim, but he still was a victim because of the power imbalance, but at least he wasn't a pushover. Others are commenting, why is she so down bad for a child?
Exactly what I was thinking, but at this point, it's just like, no. At this point, I hope that she gets locked behind bars. I hope she's already locked behind bars right now. If it didn't happen.
In more thorough netizen comments,
if she's not locked behind bars, then oh my god, what the hell are they doing?
there is something deeply, deeply wrong with every text exchange. I mean, it's baffling, so disturbing. It's just another added layer of creepiness that she was subjecting a teenager to her humiliation kink. The kid wanted nothing to do with her, but she was grooming him and sending him money to try and keep preying on him. It's detestable. Another writes, wait, this is so disturbing. And why did she risk her entire career and reputation for a child who was telling her that she's busted and chopped? Like, hello? This is so fucking weird. Now that we've gone through all the text messages, and they're really bad, however, there are other things uncovered in the investigation that are equally disturbing in my humble opinion. And I think the crazy thing is she's a predator, she's a groomer, but she also has the capacity to be so fucking dumb on top of all of that. She's
I mean, well, really, how is that shocking? She showed that sign so many times. She showed early signs of being dumb. What did she possibly do? What did she possibly do to now get labeled that title? Like, what did she do? Seriously.
just so dumb. She's doing AI conversations. She's using AI.
AI?
If someone
Oh
turned 18
yeah. Oh yeah, it's over. Oh yeah, there's no coming back from this. There is no coming back from this. You know, she deserves to get made fun of.
on insert Alex's birthday, what year were they born in? Someone comments, okay, can we talk about the fact that how she didn't know how to subtract 18 from the current year?
Fucking idiot.
It's so dumb.
Wait, what is this? Like her Chat GPT search
Yeah.
record?
That is only relevant to the crimes, obviously.
Huh.
But it was Alex's birthday that she had put in. I mean, I think the annoying part about how dumb she is, I'm not saying this, oh, we need to feel bad for her because she's mentally stunted as a teenager. I don't think that matters at all. It should only make people more upset that the school didn't catch on earlier to what was going on.
That part. The fact that the school didn't catch on earlier is the most concerning thing. That's why I said earlier that they need to just shut down that school entirely. Or make sure you inspect all them teachers. Make sure that they're not into any weird shit. Check their phones, check their search history, gallery, everything. Make sure that they're not into nothing bad.
Because she's not very bright to cover it up in this very meticulous, expertly crafted manner. She's just dumb. She's bozo. Remember the alleged circulating
And
World
she's
Cups
crazy,
video
on
that
top of
Haley
it.
insists to the police officers is not real, does not exist? God, no. 100% no. Haley texts Alex about this video that
She's a groomer, a manipulator, and a predator.
definitely doesn't exist at all. And she says, hi, sorry, I have a serious question / problem. What's up? Why did Redacted just randomly text me saying she heard some crazy stuff about me? And so I said, what? And she said, Redacted apparently said you were going through your phone pics and showed a video of me sucking your dick. I don't know when
wow.
or to who, but like, why is that a thing? Who is Redacted? Redacted's girlfriend. I don't know. That's a pretty crazy, wild rumor. I mean, scary thing is, it's not a rumor. Says who? Sounds like a rumor.
Oh, pretty much just confirmed what you did, idiot.
To me. Well, it's not a rumor that you have a video of me, if not multiple, but like, I'd hope you weren't dumb enough to show your guy friends or like even tell them. No. Like, I'm not gonna be mad, but clearly he knows about all this shit we do, and that is more than I wanted him to know in the first place. But as long as no one else knows, like, all I've ever cared is if you're honest about that part. So this video definitely exists somewhere.
It does.
Okay, so at that point, she's aware that he has this video. Is there any moment of her expressing fear or concern of, I'm going to go to jail for this?
No. No, all her fear and concern is about him becoming distant and acting standoffish with her and moving to California.
You think the thought never came across her mind?
I don't think so. Even this text message thread where she's like, why is this a thing? It almost feels like she doesn't mind that much if other guys saw it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. She kind of just completely brushed it under the rug when she said, well, you know, it's fine if he knows, but it's, you know, it would be messed up if other people found out because I didn't want them to know that much information. Like, she seems like she just lacks empathy, remorse, and lacks boundaries. She's so invasive too.
And again, just some people, based off of the very limited text messages that we have in this police file and the interactions between Alex and Haley, they feel like Haley is just obsessed with this one child. Maybe it's a one-child grooming incident. There is no such thing as a one-time groomer. In another series of messages, Haley asks Alex if Alex's roommate, quote, want in on the action too? I'm kidding.
Wow.
You really are just a bucket. Like,
you are disgusting. You are fucking disgusting. Lock this woman behind bars, for a long time. Long time.
you would dead do that too, I feel like. You're insane. A bucket?
No,
He
she
could
would.
very well be a minor, and I would never do this first.
Oh, wow. And you say that as if Alex wasn't a minor when you did all that. What difference does it even make at this point? You're freaking disgusting.
Stranger.
Wait. What?
He called her a bucket, basically like a rag.
Yeah,
Did she say
a
what
cum
about
bucket.
minor?
He could very well be a minor, referring to his roommate and saying, I would never do this for a stranger. But I just, for some reason, I don't feel like she was kidding when she
No, she
said
wasn't.
that.
Yeah.
She was not kidding at
During
all.
the execution of the search warrant in Haley Beck's apartment, police come across a few things first. The police report reads, in the laundry area inside a blue folder on the shelf, I found a handwritten note listing Haley's usernames and passwords for several accounts, including her social media profiles. This note was photographed and not collected. They move into the bedroom where they find a green notebook on her bedroom floor and what appears to be a page ripped out of it, and that page is now sitting in the kitchen trash can. This page is a handwritten letter written by none other than Haley Beck herself for her student, Alex. The letter reads, and this is slightly condensed, but not really much at all. It's a very long letter, so I apologize in advance for how uncomfortable it's going to make you, but this is the letter that she
boy.
wrote.
All right, brace yourself, guys. We're about to get into the most uncomfortable part, as she said.
And was going to give to Alex before he goes to San Diego to transfer high
Oh,
schools.
goodness.
But why did she trash it?
I don't know.
Did she write it and then type it out? Did she like rewritten? This is a draft.
Yeah, maybe it's a draft. She says, Alex, your pop's gonna think this is cheesy as hell, but you know I'm a words girly. I know, you aren't dying. Plus, you're literally just a text away, but I had little notes from people when I was studying abroad, and I would just read them whenever I was feeling a little lonely. Obviously, with you being away from your closest people, you may feel that way at some point, so read this if you do. I'm really proud of you for choosing yourself in this situation, even though I know it was tough. It's kind of crazy to look back, plus realize in my 2 years of knowing you, our relationship has changed so much. I'm really glad I had the opportunity to teach your
Over here talking to him as if they were in a relationship.
sophomore year, because without that, we would have never really
The
been chill with each
audacity.
other. I know there's some random times and days where you decide to hate me, but that's okay because I know at the end of the day, we're solid most of the time. I genuinely feel like you're a brother. Weird. Maybe like a cousin.
A brother? You're fucking weird.
Or like a
Hell
stepbro.
no.
Plus, I truly
Hell
never
no.
thought I would be in this situation with you, but I'm glad to have you as someone who I will think will be in my life for a while. Even if we don't talk all the time or even at all when you're in college, I feel like our little bond will always be there. So just hit me when you want to go get wasted at a bar together and I'll send you my wedding invite one day. I know you're nostalgic AF, so
Wedding invite. Oh, wow. Wow. What makes you... Wow. What makes... What makes her think that she's gonna show up to that? Hell no.
I hope you look back at our time as a good one. And no, this isn't like me saying goodbye, but I know things will be different. But don't forget our first pickleball hangout, plus how you wouldn't get out of my car for like 3 hours, or our Sonic run after your state game, or all the random times you, quote, fell asleep on my couch just waiting for me to invite you into my room, LOL. Ooh, or our go-kart experience plus our word games at Shake Shack. You know, for, quote, this relationship being extremely wrong, I feel like we have really made the most out of it. I'm glad I got to come to your tattoo appointments, even if you just wanted me to bring you food. All of our car hangouts were fun too, for eating, plus other stuff, LOL. Or our night adventure in Cali. Like, there is truly no other student, I know, so wrong, that I'd want to do this all with. Don't let this all get to your head, though. But I'm glad you're in my life. I mean, we've been in my parents' house. ... Insane. I feel like you've just opened up about a lot of things. I won't lie. I would always look forward to when you would come over. Not even to do anything.
And
but
it just
like,
keeps going on. It just keeps going on.
like hang. I feel like I got good at being by myself, but even with you, it was just still easy. Whether it was to talk, watch movies, make pizza, or do other stuff, I'm glad we have those memories. And lastly, it kind of hit me that it'll be weird not seeing you during Storm the Halls, which is like a football thing. Plus, even weirder not seeing you on the field. I'm sure you knew this, but you're the reason I went to all the games I could. Before I knew you, I'd go to like a few games this season, but last season I wanted to go to as many as I could. Plus, I'm glad I did because those were the last ones that I'd be out for you. I'm not gonna be the same, but I'm happy.
Over here trying to freaking confess. just dump her full-on confession for the student.
Be knowing you're happy where you're at, and I'm proud of you to all that you've done and all you'll continue to do, and this is just the beginning. Even though you will go to your grave saying we aren't peers, I'm glad to have you as a friend. Like, bro, you're the first person that got me to smoke weed. You're always gonna have that title, so we're locked for real.
Hell
and maybe one
no.
day we'll be able to go to the aquarium. I'm here whenever, even though you never say it back. I love you and I wish you all the best.
Hell no.
Always love, HB.
Hell no.
It is indeed a horrible day to be able to read. One that is
A horrible fucking day to be able to read and hear. Oh my god, bro. Where I need bleach. I need some bleach right now.
in comments. Good God. Good God. The level of desperation.
Oh
is
my
skin.
god, bro.
Didn't
That
even
is
want anything to do with
disgusting.
her. Another comment reads, I'm going to rant for a second because everything about this case makes me so mad. Haley is so desperate and pathetic for this, chasing after a teenager when you're in your late 20s, not picking up the hints that he only wants you for sex, and probably
What the fuck is wrong with her people, man?
doesn't even want that either. Okay, that's me saying that, but getting jealous at another grown-ass woman for going after your man, aka a teenager that you groomed, buying him weed, food, inflating his grades, going on public lunch dates where people from his school saw him, letting him drive your car, writing a love letter, admitting everything you've done, and keeping it in your apartment forever.
If you guys made it this far in this video, just please be sure to support Rada Mango. Subscribe to her YouTube channel. And if you guys liked my reaction to this disturbing case, disturbing unhinged case, be sure to like, comment, and share my reaction, and subscribe for more of these, you know. Also be sure to comment on what videos you guys want me to react to. They can be anything. They don't have to be Rada Mango related. It can be anything. Just be sure to let me know.
Everyone to find how the fuck did she think this was gonna end? Others point out the fact that, quote, she's casually texting him about his other abuser and showing signs of jealousy. Like, that's disgusting.
That is
Aside from the text
disgusting.
messages and this letter, authorities have found other things in Haley's phone. In her notes app, she had dedicated pages. Like, you know when you're fighting with someone,
Dedicated
where
pages.
you're arguing with your sister, and you're like, I gotta craft out the best message first before she sees my dots, right? So you like do it in your notes app. She's doing that, and she's clearly very hung up on her victim having a girlfriend that's age appropriate because she's writing in her notes, like, why are you calling her an ex? For research purposes? Why are you mad at her for cheating, but you can cheat? Then another one.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Like, that's why I'm confused why you even keep her around when you get
Excuse
everything
me.
you need from me. Then another long one.
Oh my
reads,
god, not
okay,
another long
I don't
one.
care if you get annoyed at this being long, because whenever I bring this up in person or on the phone, you hang up on me and walk away. She states that the least Alex can do for her is learn how to communicate. And she says, I've only texted these last couple of days because I feel like you're weird towards me and I've wanted to figure out why and fix it. If you want this to be the last time I waste words on you, but I feel like you can at least try to understand how I feel. She starts listing out all the things that she's done for him, like literal crimes. And then she writes, not only do I buy you stuff, I personally deliver it to your house. I've bought you stuff to your tattoo appointments, driven you to haircuts, DoorDash food to my classroom for you, bought you hotels, let you drive my car multiple times, done hours of your homework, even started doing stuff for your friend. Literally, whenever you need, I'm there. I've never acted put out by any of that. But I have wondered if that's the only reason you keep me around. I like to think it's not, because you will randomly say things to make me feel like you actually enjoy hanging out with
Oh,
me.
Lord have mercy. She's already talking like an obsessed freaking girlfriend, man. She's not even any of that, man. She's a freaking predator.
Perks of a relationship without being pressured to even be in one, obviously.
I can see this being triggering, though, for some people. I mean, hell, it triggered me.
Naturally that I have feelings and I get hurt by you sometimes. I hate feeling like I'm being used by you. I hate the fact that if I have to
I hate that I'm being used by... You set yourself up for those situations. That wasn't even the boy's fault. He encouraged it, but it wasn't even his idea. That was all you. And the fact that she doesn't understand that is crazy to me.
ask something of you, you get annoyed. I hardly ever get mad or annoyed at you, even though there's been plenty reason for me to. When I ask to hang, I'm being annoying. I feel like I know you value and appreciate me, but I also feel like you think it's easy to take advantage of my kindness towards you. And trust me,
Get
I know
out
I
of
get a little attached
here.
sometimes, but I figured it benefits you always, and there's literally no strings attached. So
Oh my
I don't
god,
know
she's
how
getting
it could
into
ever
her
be an annoyance
passive.
to you. I'm sorry if I overstep
Yes.
when asking about Taylor. But to be honest, before we were ever anything, you tell me all about your other girl stuff. So I just assumed that you continued telling me about it, but it's fine. I figured with our situation, overstepping doesn't really exist. And that's something I feel like you should value. Like the fact that you can tell me things and I'd never judge. I truly just want you to be happy. And the last thing I want to feel by this situation is stressed. If you think our time or whatever this is done, fine. But with the school year coming up, I understand things will change, but I still think that we can maintain a quote friendship if that's what you want.
Oh my
And she says,
god.
but if you want to continue any type of relationship, it would be nice to know if I'm being kept in on the loop about stuff. The most alarming part about this last note on her phone is this is after Alex tells Haley
I
Beck
have
that
some
investigators
sunflower
are looking into
seeds, my
Haley Beck
bad.
and probably, the whole situation.
I needed to
This is
grab
after
something to snack on because, like, bro.
It's like the cops were banging on my door at 6 a.m.
This video
and she's
long and
drafting
it's
up this
disturbing.
note in her notes app.
What is going
Oh, Lord
on?
have mercy.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Lord have
And
mercy.
he starts pulling away because I think that he has genuine fear. I don't think that he realizes that he's a victim in this situation. And I think that is something that will be probably difficult later on. And that's why trauma is so
It just escalated, and it's just like she's giving off like stalker vibes, like obsessive stalker vibes, sociopathic shit.
difficult because sometimes it doesn't hit you at the
I
same
mean, who
time
wouldn't pull
and
away in
months, years later,
situations
but
like that?
he doesn't realize he's a victim in this situation, and he's actually seemingly very scared of losing his scholarship and his career. So he starts pulling away because he's terrified for his future. And she is writing things like, your sudden decision to leave today kind of made me a little nervous. The last thing I want to do is like overwhelm you and stress you out because I'm sure like your day and yesterday has been hard enough for you, but like, can you talk to me on here? Like, you're in Cali and this is over Snap. I'm not like dumb to the situation right now, but I feel like my mind has been stressing just because you're not really talking to me about this stuff. Talk to me when you can. I know you're busy, but just like fill me in to ease my mind, please.
Oh my god.
So you're saying Haley Beck is still at home right now?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And he texts her, he Snapchats her after, you're being an idiot. Like there isn't an investigation going on in front of your face. To which she goes on a whole Snapchat spiral stating that she believes the investigation is just into Angela Berlacca and not herself. And she's like, bro, for videos of Angela Berlacca, like because other kids told, you're on your way to Cali and this is over Snap, like tell me if it's about something else, please.
Wait, what?
She's like, no, it's just about Angela Berlacca because the
Oh,
other kids told about the
no.
videos and you're already on your way to California. Like you're already gone. You're not my student anymore. And this is over Snapchat. It's not text message. And then she's like, tell me if it's something else, please. AKA like if you're pulling away because of something else.
Whoa.
And then she's like, what's the name of your school? What's the name of the new school?
Oh, he didn't even tell her that.
No.
What?
No.
Oh my god, he's trying to run away.
Yeah. And she just
In this situation, I wouldn't even tell her either, because that's none of her business.
keeps going. She's sending portions of other things in the notes and like the police are investigating. She doesn't even care. She goes on to Snapchat another 17-year-old boy at the school.
Are you
tries to become some sort of
serious?
fucking D-grade undercover
Continue,
agent.
bro. She does not learn at all. She's continuing the same exact pattern.
And she sends him audio messages that we
No
have text
freaking
versions,
way.
Okay. And she's sending, I want to know like how like they found out about it. First of all, that amount of filler words in a teacher is insane. Okay, but
It is.
That's for
It is. It is. But that's besides the point.
I don't know. I actually have no clue. I was just as confused, to be honest. Like, did someone turn it in? Like, obviously. Like, I mean, maybe a parent. But, like, Alex's parents surely didn't... Like, that's not something they would do.
Bro, she's not talking like a teacher, bro. She's talking like a freaking uneducated, like high schooler. Like Stephanie just said, using a bunch of filler words in sentences. Like how, like, they found out about it. Like, what the fuck? Who talks like that, man?
Or care about, honestly.
I
Is she
hate bad
publicly
grammar.
talking about her crime? Like asking how was...
And I know I have the bad tendency of saying like a lot because, yeah, I am aware of it. I be watching some of my old videos that I be uploading on my channel, and I'm like, dang, I really do say that word a lot. Like, I'm trying to stop saying certain phrases and words. I'm trying to correct myself.
She's asking about Angela Berlacca.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what started the investigation.
I see.
So she's like, I don't think Alex's parents would have turned Angela Berlacca in. I know. Nah, definitely not. I don't know, because Miss Berlocka has a husband. Haley says that it's very odd that Alex abruptly left for California. So he was already going to go to San Diego, but his whole family all but like fled the state. It might be, I guess. That is weird, to be honest, not gonna lie. And then Haley starts second guessing, saying things like, he's just like the receiver of that. Like, I don't know. I think, yeah. Like, I feel like he's dipping away from that kind of like abruptly. Kind of sus if he just received them. I don't know. Yeah, no. That's actually like smart, to be honest. No, I think you're actually onto something. No, he's definitely been like set on the California thing. But he's making it seem like he was gonna be home this weekend. Then everything happened and just like, okay, I'm out. The students mention that the cops are at Alex's house, and Haley responds, did he talk to the cops? Like, what happened? What did he say? Spill. I have no clue. I just know the cops were at his, actually. He didn't tell me, but he told me the cops are at his house. That's weird. Like, I mean, maybe they try to get a hold of him and they're just like trying to get him for questioning if she's got an open investigation. Maybe they're just trying to like, I don't know. I don't know either, but like, I don't know. It's crazy as fuck. And then there's this moment where it seems like she is trying to get information whether Alex did something with Angela Berlocka physically and became a bigger victim of Angela Berlocka's as well, but in a way that's obviously not
what she care about.
Yeah, she's like, I mean, I hope you didn't do anything wrong. Like, I feel like if that were the case of just like, hey, we know that this person sent you this stuff, like, can you confirm? Like, and just like questioning it, I feel like that wouldn't be a problem to him unless he did anything.
Whoa.
Did she ever send stuff to you? Like, I remember you saying like, I'm not gonna say anything, like, I swear, but like, be so on it.
Over here just asking the most unimportant questions too. It's like she has like no accountability for what she does and says at all. Constant deflection, ignoring, sweeping under the rug. You know, that's only gonna get you so far. But man, I hope everything collides and falls on her. Like I said, I hope she's already locked behind bars for what she did.
Yes, because like,
Is this still voicemail?
Yeah, and they typed it, you know, with every word. Because like I
Wow.
remember saying that you had stuff from another teacher, and I remember trying to guess. Just be honest. No, she didn't. Side note, Haley starts talking to her student about her voice. Also, can we like listen to my voice right now for 2 days of teaching for 7 hours straight? I think by the end of the semester, I'm gonna lose my voice at least 3 times, especially soccer season. My throat hurts, my head hurts. Nobody cares.
Nobody
She also admits to the
cares.
student that
I was just about to say that. Ain't nobody freaking care.
she knew that Alex received things from Angela Berlocka. And she states, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I knew the stuff that she sent to Alex. He told me this at the end of like last semester, and that he just like had the videos or whatever. Like, I never told a soul because like someone's a couple lives you're messing with. So I never said anything. But as far as I know from what he was saying, it was just him receiving them kind of thing and not doing anything about it. So I don't know why he's the main one. So she's again, why is he being the main one not investigated, but being brought in as a witness if there was no physical contact? To which the student just responds along the lines of, I don't know, that's crazy. Like, that is crazy. Okay, she's freaky, Miss Berlocka, a freak. She then tries to blame the situation on Alex's ex-girlfriend, Taylor, saying, I don't know if she's still like anti-Alex. I don't even know if they're still together. Who knows? But I don't know if she wanted to do something to get him in trouble. That's like something really evil though. So she's planting seeds that maybe Taylor reported this to get Alex in trouble. And he just responds, that was crazy evil. And Alex tried to break up with her. And she says,
Wow.
yeah, but they literally left. That's the last time I heard from Alex, was that they were on good terms because of the fact that she was at a party throwing low blows all night, just like a bitch basically. And she went off crying and he followed her. He's like, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to end it like this just because I'm like leaving. Like, you're not going to see me. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry about everything and falling back on everything. She needs a high school education. I don't know what she's talking about. And he was...
It's true. She does. Cause I'm so confused right now. I'm lost.
Responds, bro, that's a crazy bitch. She can switch up like this, like this, bro. I also felt, I don't know, like, it's handled through police and not even through school. So unless she went straight to the police, then Haley goes on to state that Berlaka is so weird, even though she's literally doing the same thing. She starts telling this 17-year-old student, again, I'm not saying this to like rationalize it at all, but like I'm in my 20s, single, with no kids. Again, that doesn't.
But yeah, late 20s, about to be in your 30s. You trying to make yourself seem like you're young? You're younger?
Not make it okay for me to be freaky if I was gonna do that. Even just to you. Keep this in mind. Just like, I don't know. That's why I'm so
Even
weird about
just
it for
to
so many
you.
different reasons, obviously. But yeah, that's why she's interesting. Saying Angela Berlaka is interesting for going after students, for being
Even just to you is a crazy thing to say.
a predator because she's married and has children and is 47.
If she's about to say what I think she's about to say.
There's no difference.
Let's see.
And then
Let's see.
Haley just starts flirting with this child. It's like she's moving on to her next victim.
Moving on, exactly.
Instantly, if he's not already a victim, because
Instantly.
the further conversations become more alarming. He starts saying that he's a really sentimental person that keeps to himself and nobody really gets to know the real him, and that he hates when people do bad things. It really bothers him to his core, to which Haley responds, so you're saying that I'm safe with you because you're a sentimental person? You don't want to do
No.
bad things to
No, that is not what that means. You idiot.
a person like me? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, literally. No, but maybe I was thinking that, like, maybe Berlaka's husband found out. Yeah, dude, like, I don't know. That would be crazy for him to, like, turn her in like that. I don't know. I asked my, little cop guy friend. Could be her boyfriend, I don't know.
For sure.
And he hasn't responded yet because
sure
he's sleeping,
is.
so I'll see what he says. Then there are parts that indicate that Haley might have already victimized him as well, and she messages him, why do you care about the other girls in the class when you have me in there? Duh. Oh yeah, forgot. My fault, sorry. Oh, I'm kidding, kind of. No, like, you won't even, like, care about the other girls in there because I'm so chill. Yeah, like, I just won't be able to take my eyes off of you. It's gonna be so hard. I'm just gonna be so focused in that class. Right? Like, right? I'm glad you can prepare yourself. Yeah, hopefully you can stay focused, but don't get distracted either, you know. Just make sure you want to talk to me the entire class, not actually do work, but hoping to keep your
There's actually something wrong with her, genuinely, bro. It just gets more and more unhinged. It's like she has like an obsessive disorder. She seeks attention and validation from young students.
good student standards in my class.
Like she has
But
a
also,
mental
like,
illness.
You can't get, like, jealous when I show other people attention because that's, like, my job.
Wow. This is all after
This
the
is
investigation
crazy.
started.
Yeah. And he says, it's going to be so hard for me to do that. I just
It's not even only just uncomfortable. It's not even only uncomfortable and pathetic. It's downright just. It's just getting like sad. But like I don't feel bad for her at all. I don't feel no remorse at all. It's just getting worse.
can't see you talk to another guy, like, oh my God. No, I've actually heard that from somebody before. Actually, a couple of people, like, I'm being dead serious. When I was talking to other guys, students in particular, they got a little jealous, apparently.
When's this gonna hit her? Like, is she ever going to be like, oh shit?
I don't know.
No, she's never gonna wake
I
up.
genuinely don't know. I think because of how humiliating the messages between Haley and Alex have been, some netizens don't think that she's on par with other groomers, but these messages make me feel like she's very much into children. She's already talking to another child, grooming another child.
She is into
And there
them.
are other random pertinent messages that Haley has sent out
She wants
to
to
children
feel.
where
She wants to feel young. She wants to get the sensation and feeling of still being in high school, peaking, because I guess that's where she peaked. But she's not getting it though. She's not gonna get it back.
I think that it's clear she is aggressive and she is in the
And she
position of power and
forces.
she knows it. There's one message where she's highly manipulative and she writes, like, I'm gonna actually be late to work one day and everyone is going to be like, where's Miss Beck? She's just sleeping in. No, it'll be because I killed myself because of you, so watch yourself.
To who?
Alex.
Wow.
Another one she sends to Alex reads, you come to our game.
Hell
So
no.
the varsity soccer team that she coaches.
Hell no, you run, you freaking run, and you
And
block
I'll
that
excuse you from absent
chick.
work. Another one without context, it's a little confusing, but it appears that perhaps the guys had some sort of rating scale for some students, maybe teachers. But she writes, you're gonna say, I'll give you 2 check marks. Shut up. Like, you're gonna say Redacted has a big personality and a big butt. Can I at least have those?
Oh
I
my
don't.
goodness.
Then there's some aggressive ones where Alex is telling Haley, like, this is why I don't have you on Snap. Access that you should not have. She says, oh, Snap is where you draw the line on access? You have access to me literally in every other way. Shut the fuck up. You sent me this. Because you're whack and lame. Like, what am I supposed to do about this right now? And the worst part of all of this is that she doesn't try to hide anything. Another student says that she was briefly using Miss Beck's phone for something, and Miss Beck's phone lights up with a notification that she just got a Snapchat from Alex, and she asks her, why are you Snapchatting Alex? To which Haley Beck starts getting very defensive, telling her to not say that out loud. Clearly, she knows what she's doing is wrong, and she continues to do it repeatedly, which is sick behavior. The police report reads about interviewing.
I'm certain that she has a mental illness, like I said.
Haley,
I'm not justifying her actions at all by saying that, because yeah, it's disgusting, and it shall not be swept under the rug.
Officer asks her about her relationship with Redacted.
Oh my goodness.
Alex,
Allergies.
and she states, we got close as peers, and then immediately corrects
And
to
it just
not
keeps
as peers,
going
but as
on,
teacher and
man.
student. But the police report
Like,
has
when
been
does it
telling.
end?
It seems like this has been an open secret for a while at the school. During one interview, one of the students comes in with his parents. There was a fight broken out, a verbal fight between the father and son in the police station, with the dad being upset that the son didn't tell him anything, that he was talking back. This is tearing apart a lot of families, I mean, to put it lightly. We still don't know how many victims there are of Angela Berlacca and Haley Beck, but one netizen comments, this school 1,000% knew about it. Multiple kids, their mothers knew about this. There's literally no way this school has not massively swept up everything under the rug.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of,
If that's the case, then the whole school needs to get shut down. Forget that other option I said earlier.
According to police reports, Alex's parents also knew about this.
Wow, they did?
Alex's mom stated,
Ain't no way.
Yeah. She found out about Haley Beck and Alex being assaulted, but okay.
Ain't no
A few months
way.
prior, Alex's mom had sent text messages on Alex's phone from Haley. The content of the messages were flirty. She asked Alex about the messages, and he disclosed he was having sex with Haley. One part of the police report reads, Mom was asked about how she knew Redacted and Haley were having sex. She said he told her, quote, she loves my dick. Mom said she knows Redacted talks like that, referring to sex. Mom confronted Redacted about having sex with a teacher, but Redacted wasn't upset by it. Mom told Redacted to end the relationship with Haley, which according to Mom, he did. Mom said he ended their relationship a few months prior to this interview. When asked when the relationship started, Mom said Redacted told her they started having sex when he had just turned 17.
And she
Not
didn't
even
do
8.
anything else?
No. And they are no longer cooperating with the investigation.
The families.
Yeah. I think the parents failed Alex as well. I can see
They
why
did.
Alex would.
They did. They undoubtedly did. Knowing that they knew and didn't really do anything about it.
Not
Horrible.
want to cooperate because he's
Horrible.
scared for his reputation, his career, his future, his scholarship. It's just shitty to see that everyone has repeatedly failed him, including school administrators, other
Horrible.
teachers. And right now, the police and the DA's office, if they're not pressing charges. Once the investigation starts, Alex's family all but flee to San Diego to transfer schools. And there's this whole other conversation with Noah Beck being dragged into this.
Oh God, what did he do? Oh Lord have mercy, what the fuck did he do?
People have stated that the police report mentions that Noah Beck offered victims' families hush money. I do want to clarify. There is a
Hush money? Like money to just like shush, like keep it under the wraps? Forget about it? Oh my God, ain't no way.
report, but this is all hearsay. So it reads that the football coach stated to officers that he had a conversation with a parent, and a comment was made about Haley Beck's brother and some sort of hush money. He did not give specific details regarding the allegations. Nobody followed up with the dad to make sure the hush money allegation is true, that it was offered, like nothing. We don't know if Noah Beck had any sort of involvement. It could have been Haley Beck's parents who received money from Noah Beck and was using it. Like, there could be so many ways that Noah Beck is involved or completely is unrelated, not involved at all whatsoever. There's no solid proof. There are a lot of people running online with this just because it is in a police document. They're like, oh, then it must be true. But there has been no confirmation.
And Noah Beck hasn't said anything?
No, which makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't expect him to say anything. Truly, if it weren't for this tiny little hearsay hush money thing, there's no involvement. He's not even living in the state. Some people think that TikTok meant that he knew about it. There's been so much going on with that too. So the TikTok where he's like, oh, suspect's best friends are her students.
Suspect's best friends are students.
They're nice to me.
It's like she knew.
Believe that that's him knowing about it.
Yeah. I was thinking that earlier. It was like he knew initially.
But I'm not sure, because if he knew that she was committing crimes, I don't know if he would put it out there so blatantly on the internet, because that is his sister after all.
I don't know.
And
only time will
evidently it
tell.
will impact his reputation if something happens there. So I'm not sure if that's the case, or if he genuinely, it's a hee hee ha ha joke that everyone makes, but it's genuine and it turned out to be a thing. It could be that.
That's still a freaking weird thing to say, and let alone a weird thing to post. Like, did he ever delete that too? When like stuff creeps up above the surface about her actually grooming her students? Like, because that would actually be weird if he just kept that there.
Other people have been digging up other odd TikToks between Noah Beck and his mom. You know that trend that was going around a long time ago where it's the song something something I freaked it, and it's usually the guy and a girl's head will pop up and he'll push the girl's head down to make it seem like he did that with his mom, apparently.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so there's been,
Wait, is this real?
Yeah, that is real. It's just odd, nothing inherently sinister,
really
just kind of gross.
That's a bro, that's a weird ass thing to do. Hell nah. That's some incest type of behavior.
I will say most people are understanding of the fact. One netizen writes, quote, Noah lives in...
I hate that he has the same name as me, too. That freaking irks me.
...a different state than her, so he may genuinely not have known before the student reported her. I don't like Noah, but I don't want to blame him for something his sister did unless there's more proof that he did something nefarious. To which someone comments, a parent in the community made a comment to the police about Haley's brother and hush money. It's mentioned in the police report. To which a response is, that's not proof though, that's just a rumor. Another responds, I'm torn about bringing up Noah in this because we don't know his involvement. I've only ever seen the hush money thing mentioned very briefly in the documents, and it doesn't seem like there's anything to back it up. But the victim going to her parents' house, like, how does that even happen? Neither teacher have been formally arrested or charged yet. The police have submitted the charges to the DA's office for both teachers, so it's really in the DA's court now. One student witness told authorities that it's just been very well known that these things were happening. There's also text messages where Haley offers to purchase alcohol for Alex, which is highly illegal, so I guess we'll see what happens from there. And since she hasn't been arrested, Haley has been laying low, at least publicly.
God.
There are rumors that she's been reposting TikToks and Pinterest.
No, get her out of here, man. She needs to be locked up. This ain't right.
Outfits, and that she made her Pinterest account private after people started talking about the fact that she's Pinteresting right now. But I do know that she was recently spotted at TJ Maxx, and it looks like she has lost a lot of weight, which people have started making jokes about that, saying that she has locked in after reading about what Alex said about her weight to his friends. But one netizen writes, this person just seems really likely to reoffend. She doesn't seem to understand or care what she's doing is fundamentally wrong. She's aware of the consequences. She's obviously attracted to teenagers. This screams, I will do this again, just give me a chance. Another comment reads, what's odd is there are more students and another victim that is detailed in the report, but like, you know, the main victim chose not to cooperate with the investigation. The school district clearly has a culture because this is not their first scandal. With one advocate saying, I feel like when a perpetrator is a woman and a victim is a boy, people will make jokes. And it's not funny, it's not an achievement.
That's exactly what I said in the beginning of the video. That's exactly what I said.
He's a victim. This is not a relationship.
He's still a victim regardless. I mean, even if the gender and the roles were reversed, it would still be the same. But yeah, you still gotta feel sympathy and feel remorse because they are undoubtedly victims because they're minors.
Relationship they were having. This is rape.
Have a sense of equality.
citizen comment reads, the student very obviously was not liking her or anything she was doing and was actively being mean. I hope he heals and is able to live life unaffected by this. And as of right now, that is where we are. What are your thoughts on this situation? It's been going viral on TikTok. I see little snippets here and there, mainly of Haley Beck in her classroom, and I do see some people trying to out the student. That's unhinged behavior, but the messages are a lot worse than I ever thought it would be.
I mean, there's no way they're getting off from this, right?
I hope not.
This is crazy. This is bad.
It's really bad. I think the biggest...
You know that there's gonna be sick incels out there that are not gonna mind that though. They're not gonna mind, and they're just gonna justify it. It's just how the internet works. But there's a lot of trolls and just a lot of sick, corrupted minds.
Concern is a lot of these students and victims don't want to cooperate with the police because they're scared, which I think adds another layer of complexity to it. But I mean, it
needs to be done though.
It's pretty evident what happened.
What
are your thoughts?
Something needs to happen, man. Like something actually just needs to freaking happen. Like get her out of that school, lock her up so she doesn't continue finding new victims to prey on. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, I already said what I needed to say throughout this whole video. But oh my goodness.
Let me know in the comments. Be safe, and I will see you in the next one.
Yeah, like she said, please be safe out there. If you are a high school student or a college student or whatever, if you notice some sick behavior going on in your environment, never hesitate to speak up and report the issue. And don't and certain hell don't fear that they're gonna ruin your attendance or they're gonna lower your grade because of whatever. Nah, like remove yourself from any predicament like that. It's a real sick world out there. It's a real sick world out there. But yeah, be sure to subscribe to Rana Mango. And as I said in the beginning of this video, I'll provide a link to this video in the description below. And yeah, again, if you guys have not followed my Twitch, it's ingriffin9. I'll provide that in the description below, as well as my social media and Discord. If you guys have enjoyed that. I also do daily live streams on Twitch. I also occasionally do reactions over there. So if I'm not uploading on YouTube, there's a high chance I'm gonna be over there on Twitch already streaming. So catch me over there. But yeah, anyways, I hope y'all stay safe and you guys have a beautiful rest of your... Well, for me, it's nice. So have a beautiful rest of your evening. Thank you and peace out. Inji Sensei out.